ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be your conduit of nonsense for this evening, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more satisfaction than Eileen Edwards on November the 4th, 1997, to welcome you back to another episode in my Humblewood world for some more of Elements and Evil. With me, I've known a few players who think they're pretty smart, but Daria's got drawing furry porn down to an art. You think John's a genius, he drives me up the wall. Karen's a regular original, know-it-all. Oh, you think you're special? Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you've got Brendan Ellis. And let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we?
Of course, it's unfortunate that the next line of the song is that don't impress me.
I didn't say that. How dare you bring that up?
Oh, shit.
I'm very impressed by Brendan. Just
Thanks.
particularly that beard. That's it's a vibe.
Excellent.
Yeah, I came into the Zoom call just as you were talking about getting a haircut, and I saw my beard. I'm like, oh. I jump scared myself. Hey Josh, who's Eileen what's-my-gob?
Yeah.
Eileen Edwards is Shania Twain.
What?
Oh, wait,
That's a real name.
Her name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Eileen
My life was
Edwards,
a lie all this time.
Shania Twain released her second album, her second studio album, Come On Over, on the 4th of November 1997, which is recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the biggest selling female solo album ever.
Damn.
It's also the best-selling album by a Canadian and the best-selling country album ever. It's also just one of the best-selling albums of all time. 40 million copies sold. Really impressive.
Surely
And that
some
is
Taylor Swift stuff has eclipsed that. Surely.
that is what I have learned from the wiki of the pedias.
Maybe because of streaming. They don't
Might be
actually sell
physical
albums
media.
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's sold albums. Yeah, physical, yeah, I imagine. But yeah, 40 million is still pretty bloody impressive, and that is the album on which Don't Impress Me Much was on. She also earned 4 Grammys for that album as well. It generated
damn.
12 singles. There's only like 14 tracks on the album. 12 were released individually as singles. Incredible work. Anyway, there you go. That's who Eileen Edwards is. She is still performing now. However, she did have Lyme disease, which really fucked up her vocal cords. She survived Lyme disease and was really worried. She thought she'd never sing again. But she performed at Glastonbury last year. Still looking
That's
pretty
really
good.
cool.
Pretty cool lady and pretty amazing. All right, Daria, who the absolute fairy porn are you?
Well, I'm the resident furry porn artist. I also play Julio Switchgear, a rogue pope. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here. Hello.
Hello. Hello indeed. And we have some fantastic new Daria work to show off, do we not, Daria? We
Yeah, that's
have
true.
our new Kiki artwork for you over there. It's been in the works for a little while now, but there we have it. The firework monk herself, Kiki. What was her surname? Kiki. Oh, I'm drawing a complete blank.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Well, she's an orphan, so maybe she doesn't have one.
Well, yeah, but they all kind
She
of
did
make
have a
those up.
surname though.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me go check.
John, who the heck
characters.
are you? While Karen finds out what Kiki's surname is.
I'm John. I play Bron. I've been a performer for a long time and a friend of the show. Yeah, and I am now not really performing very much, but moonlighting in the IT industry. So, yay, cash.
Gotta love it. Kiki redacted by Daria redacted.
Nice.
Karen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the Mother of Funny. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. You can find me here often on Tuesdays, playing video games. I think we're due to do Simulacra next. It's
I
gonna
think
be
so,
cool.
yeah.
It's been a long time coming. We're about to get to it, finally. Yeah, and then here on Thursdays we play Humblewood. You can follow me on the socials. I'm also on Blue Sky, but I have consistently forgotten to update my bio to reflect that. And I opened Kiki's character sheet, and it does not have a surname on it, so I don't know. Hopefully I have it written down somewhere, otherwise I'm gonna have to re-listen to all the Kiki eps to find the one moment where I said her surname.
Yeah, it's also not
Hey,
on
chat,
the
go
overlay.
check out the VODs and let us know.
I'm looking. I don't think it's listed anywhere. I'm not sure she does have a surname.
Balls.
Kiki
Whoopsie.
balls.
No, not Kiki
Balls is
Balls.
her surname. Kiki
Kiki
Balls.
Balls.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Swift
Kiki
Claw.
balls.
Swift Claw.
Ah.
Well, it wasn't
Ah.
clever. That's a cool name.
It
Yeah.
could be Kiki.
Josh, we had an opportunity
the balls.
for viewer engagement. And come on.
Yeah.
I'm
Swift
sorry.
wings is better. Yeah, for sure.
Kiki Swift Balls. Balls of fire!
Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan Ellis, and if I had to reroll a new character for Humblewood, I would name them Dick and Balls.
Nice.
I'm really glad you don't. Note to self, kill none of Brendan's characters.
And that's how you do it, guys. Make your characters invincible. Sorry, I'll just roll up Shenanigans testicles, shall I?
Hey, look, that was a board NPC. That's different, and I didn't want to do it.
So if I pay you money, you'll let me play a character called
They
Dick and
didn't
Balls?
pay.
It was
All the
goodies.
better.
Doubloons, wasn't it?
Yes, the art is very, very cute. Yeah. Brendan, anything else you want to tell us about yourself or Spruik? Promise to
No.
make our characters part of the Balls family.
Look, if you're in WA and you have any interest in LARP or performance, there is an all-day LARP event that is happening on Sunday the 9th. And I'm going to be, it's $25 entry for the entirety of the day. There's lots of little LARPs that you can join on the day and not know the rules for and have a great time playing. I'm running a little LARP where you are like a Greek demigod, and I'm running a workshop in the morning about how to perform good. In LARPs, there's lots of bards and like people who play instruments and stuff, but a lot of people who like write really cool songs about the world and incorporating lore, but feel like that is the performance. I've written a song and now I'm just going to sing it and that's the performance. And there's a little bit more to it of like engaging with your audience and stuff. So I'm going to be doing a workshop based on that as well. So
Ooh.
there you go. There's my thing to plug.
Like it.
Josh and Karen.
Yeah, valid. And I'd be Josh the Pirate.
Actually, if you're free, I think it would be great for you, but yeah.
Subtle.
It wandered through my brain going like, you could actually do that. That's attainable. I'd be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel,
The
Corso's
excuse to
Cove.
not go to family dinner.
It would. I'm wearing my new favorite T-shirt, which says, "I am a conduit for nonsense."
Right.
And that is how I view my role here today. Unabomber. Oh goodness. Oh, the beard. Right. Yes, I suppose so. I'm the
I'm like, I
DM
hope
channel
he's
runner.
planning a series of terrorist attacks.
Yeah, I was just like, did the Unabomber do LARP?
Or is that the last funny?
Yes,
he actually
it's-
won the LARP.
Yeah, yes, he's the last LARP standing. Yeah, if you like my majestic voice, you can find it here on the channel, and also over on the podcast, There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Sken, Felspar, and his little dragon, Rosh. I must also remind our group of rocket scientists, Brad Pitt lookalikes, and car owners that comprise our regular audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials, which I will type in now, so... we have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there, and we have the YouTube, where you can check out all the previous episodes you may have missed, including the last one, where the gang, well, something fucky happened to the gang, and I won't spoil it because I'm sure Karen will tell us all about it in a minute. We are affiliated with a couple of wonderful groups of people like Wooten Forge, the people who create beautiful things like this gorgeous Jared Dice Keeper, or this little one. This one, which it doesn't get enough love, really. A little tiny boxlet with, inside it, a Corsair's Cove coin. And you can get wonderful, wonderful copper coins minted by them. They're such bloody champions. They make such gorgeous things. There's my Corsair's Cove coin. Look at that. A Corsair's Cove on one side and the Wooten Forge on the other. You could acquire something like that, just as beautiful and just as handmade by some wonderful Australians. You could, by just going over to wootenforge.com/Corsair's Cove. And if you do, we get a little kickback, you bloody champions, because I don't shill, but I do have bills. We are also affiliated with Troll Lord Games. Troll Lord Games actually musically provided the dice that were in the Dice Keeper. Ha 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 ha. Beautiful things can be acquired on the Troll Lord Games website. There are some dice for sale, but more than that, there are also TTRPGs galore. Check it all out at trolllord.com. Sirenscape is providing the music that is currently gracing your earholes. Karen, could you please tell me about the Ukraine?
I can. You may have heard that there's a war going on over there. Yes, that is still going on. They're really dragging it out. It's a shit time. So if you follow the link there, you have the opportunity to donate to the Ukraine Emergency Appeal. All money going to support the refugees of the war in Ukraine. So if you are able to make a donation, small or large, please feel free to do so. That would be cool of you.
Yes, it would. Karen, what the hell happened last time?
Oh, no rest for the wicked. Okay. Luckily, I took notes. So, we joined our party last time, and Bron is unconscious. He is passed out on the ground. He burned up part of his soul to cast his final
You sure it's Bron?
jets of magic. I don't know what I'm saying. Did I say Bron? I mean Eric. I wrote Eric, but I said Bron. I'm sorry. Bron is fine. Eric is unconscious. Because, he burned up part of his soul casting large quantities of magic, and he needs to rest. We are assured he will recover. It's just going to take some time. It's good to know souls heal if you shred them through excess magical use. But before we head back to the Older Heart, Bron finds Julio's eye. It's a little dusty and very magical. Also possibly linked to the plane of death. Could be interesting. We'll have to see how that one pans out. The Coral Clearwater, piloted by Brendan during Eric's unconsciousness, is very much keeping an eye on us until we've dealt with the remaining two shadow beasties that have escaped from the death plane. It's safe to say Coral isn't our biggest fan. She seems to think we're reckless.
Weird.
But we hoist Eric's unconscious body across a large worm, and we all ride the bug army back to the Older Heart, where we briefly split up. Bron and Julio are taking the souls that are with us down to the node in the trunks, while Korvax, Coral, and Gesh go up to update the council, who are a little bit mad at us. Don't know why, it's a mystery. Definitely not unleashing undead monsters onto the world. And when we get there, Korvax super secretly says in my ear, you might want to talk up the positives of what happened. Strongly implying that I didn't have a plan, but Kesh always has a plan, Everything that happens is just a facet of the plan that she didn't bother to disclose in advance. And she very much bullshits her way through briefing the council, convincing them that she is much confident, such
Very
organized. They're still not stoked, but they're also not nearly as mad as they could be. So we established that, people are already going after the first dead thingy. We're going to go after the other dead thingy in the morning when we have our spell slots back. And we're going to put the soul, all the souls that want to, are going to go into the Older Heart, where they'll be fine. Totally fine. We definitely know it's going to be fine. And yeah, they seem to mostly buy that, which is relief. On our way out, Korvax tells me that Coral Clearwater knows much of prophecies that might involve us. But he warns me that she has her own agenda, and I should be aware of that. And I'm like, she already doesn't like me. So Julio and Bron are guiding the spirits down to know. There's a little bit of a fracas when one of them is like recognized by some of the people, and Julio has to like lay down the law and be like, was it Bron who laid down the law? Both of you decide like, just tell the souls, keep a low profile, don't go running.
The law was laid.
Yeah,
the law was laid by someone.
Yeah, the law was laid. Basically, we don't want a massive scene. So even if you see, your loved one and you're dead, you're never going to see them again. Please don't go rushing over. We don't want to cause a stampede.
It was less a laying of the law and more of an offering of alternate...
We wanted alternate plan for doing this. And some of, I forget whether it was the Brigadiers or the Perch Guard. Or was it the Knights? Some sort of military organization is also escorting the souls down to the node.
Oh,
I didn't note who
it would be
but they
the
have
Perch Guard.
They have a military escort. Yeah, okay, cool. And Julio takes them into the older heart node and does a really quite sweet little prayer asking the tree, to welcome these souls and let them have peace. And then they kind of explain the dealio to the souls, and all the souls that want to can walk through the beautiful archway the older heart grows for them, so they may be absorbed into the tree and spend their afterlife there. And many do. It's very beautiful. Many a tear is shed. And then Julio throws a kick-ass party to celebrate the lives of the souls, and also because all these villagers that have decided they're going to worship Julio now followed him back. So kick-ass party happens. Carl's not super impressed by the kick-ass party, but I'm just getting the impression that Carl's not super impressed with most of us.
It's a fucking dragon.
Look. We also set Eric up in a little slime recovery bed, so he can chill out in that and hopefully get better. And we eventually all retire for the evening. And somebody goes back to the super secret hideout because Coral goes with them, and we find out that Coral knows how to open the super secret hideout, which we didn't realize before.
It was definitely Julio and probably Bron as well.
Yeah. I know Kev stayed in the roots. I can't remember who went back to the hideout. In the morning, we gather, and Corvax's student, Ginger Lee, blamps us to Saltas Point to commence dead beastie hunting. Coral pass aid and gives us all 5 temp HP, except Bron, which
she doesn't like.
Though I managed to divine that she's pissed the most at Eric, but he's unconscious and can't be reprimanded.
He's not there to be
so
pissed off with.
Frustration out on us, which is fine. And oh yeah, we chat to some of the locals. Her and I think it was the mayor.
The head of the Coast Guard.
Head of the Coast Guard. Someone important. Says there was a giant lizard, and they drove it off with giant crossbows, and it went north. Which is a little vague, but we can work with it. And then Julio has a brainwave and is like, oh my goodness, we know a guy who is also a boat and north, and messages Arthur out of the blue to be like, hey, you seen a giant flying lizard around? Arthur's very happy to hear from Julio, but has not seen shit, according to my notes. So we go to track down Petra to get some more info, see if we can help narrow down the location of the beastie. And out of nowhere, Coral's adorable little niece, Angahad, swoops down and tackles her. She's like a foot tall, and it's so adorable, and she rides on Coral's shoulders, and it's really cute to see Coral being all sweet and lovely with somebody instead of just cranky judgmental. So that's cute. As we're walking by the waterfront, we notice that there's a whole lot of dead fish in the bay with creepy white eyes, which definitely doesn't bode ill. And I fish one out to have a little look, and it kind of makes me think of bleached coral. Let's dive this fish. It's sticky. Maybe something large floating in the water. Soup's dead, and it's a wakeworm, dead wakeworm, and we're like, well, that is bad. And then far off in the distance, there's a roar, and the wakeworm's eyes flutter open, and cut to black.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Karen. Exactly right. So, mateys, may your followers accept without comment the sacrifice to a tree of a whole bunch of undead spirits, and all your extended family have decent survival instincts as we head, tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, into Soltar's Point. So yes, as Karen did point out, we are back in Soltar's Point, and there might be a little bit of a wakeworm issue. Is Brendan here? Oh, there he is. Okay, we just can't see his face. I'm gonna put Kiki away there for a moment.
Lifted lazily to the left.
Yeah. I was like, where are you? Where are you? Okay, there he is.
I was eating my dinner and it was not a good look, so I decided to take myself just off screen.
Fair enough. So, mateys, we return to Soltar's Point, a bustling port city on the eastern coast of the Humblewood, home to sailors, reavers, and privateers, as well as some of Julio's oldest friends, and most of Coral's extended family, which has just become something of an issue, as it would seem it is also the new home of an undead wakeworm, and I think we need to roll initiative, everybody. Before we begin, let us have... Wakeworm didn't do too badly. Neither did the other thing.
That is a whole 15 initiative.
That's a 16 from the Wakeworm. Julio gets a 25 to no one's surprise.
I have to reload the page, sorry, it might take a little while.
25.
Just so springy.
Yeah, my
pretty map.
TTV on this is a little loady. Oh, holy shit, nice.
Braun gets a 21. Also not bad.
Nat 20!
Nice.
How'd you do, Brendan?
Sorry, just reloading
Oh, dude.
my gal.
Oh, I should put the map up. Hey, because we've got one today. The character starts to go away, and the map
It's very
comes
pretty.
up.
Is it an official?
I found it somewhere online, and I have no recollection of exactly where I acquired it, but it's pretty. And Coral gets a 13. So we have...
Yep. With my huge +0.
Hey, look. That's okay.
For you.
Your niece got a 14. So it goes.
If we're next to each other in initiative, would it be okay for us to share initiative?
That's fine. You are actually next to each other in initiative.
Throw the niece at the wakeworm.
How many hit points does Little Longer have?
And Harrod has...
That doesn't matter. It's
technically
the question
4.
is, how many hit points will she do to the wakeworm when I throw her at it?
Exactly. Throw the niece, run away, we live. Perfect.
I didn't even memorize
Use the
catapults.
You didn't even bring catapult. Had one job.
She would fit under the weight limit too.
Yeah.
She probably would, yeah. Okay, so it is Julio first, and Bron will be on deck, literally in this case. Let's put the map up so that the audience can see it. There we go.
Okay.
Then it will be a couple of things. Then it will be Kesh, then Angharad, and then Coral.
It also
15,
looks
14,
that
13.
I'm prone. I don't think I'm prone in the beginning.
No, I don't know why above. It's
Okay.
decided to apply a whole bunch of things to you guys. If you change that on your character sheet, it will probably go away. I can't guarantee it'll stay gone away. It looks like Karen has 0 hit points, but I altered her hit points slightly and it restored back to full, so I don't know. I think it's...
I would
I'm
believe
not
that
dead.
Is prone.
lies prone in the middle of combat. Like, oh wait.
Wow.
So there is a
Hey.
giant wakeworm, like its head rearing up out of the waters, the calm waters of the bay, and a whole bunch of dead fish floating around you. The people have immediately, like, run for it. However, there wasn't too many people directly around you anyway. There is, however, one little civilian. So, Julio, what do you do? And Angharad is
Okay.
standing between Coral and Julio, out of mild. Sort of.
Okay. So
I
because
assume
of
she was
my
still on my shoulders.
She is, yes. Sorry, yes.
Okay. So, because of my superior leaping ability, might I, because it looks like just 10 feet of movement, can I leap at the worm, attack, and then leap away?
I will, with an acrobatics check, yes.
Okay. Because as far as I'm gonna check what my leaping actually looks like. Species. It's standing leap. Your base long jump is 30 feet. Your base
Yeah.
high jump is 15 feet without a running start. So I'm gonna do that.
Julio leaps out,
Stabs it in
jumps.
its undead
Okay.
eyes.
27.
In what manner are you attacking this poor undead creature?
Poor. Oh, that was my acrobatics.
Oh,
Was
I
you asked for
apologize.
acrobatics?
Sorry,
That was that.
25. Yes, you successfully get there, stab it a couple of times, and then bugger off viciously. Yes, probably.
Yeah, it's 27 because it's a 19
Oh,
plus 8. Because
very nice.
mathematics is
Yep.
so good. So yeah, I'm gonna try and stab it with my Slud Slayer
Uh-huh.
and Susan's Variable Dagger.
Very well.
Okay. First one. Oh, that's a natural one. I'm not fucking hitting anything.
Rob's.
Yeah, Susan's Variable Dagger then. Second one. Hiya. Okay, that's 15 plus 8, which is 20 something.
3.
23.
Cool.
Yes.
That is a hit. Congratulations.
Awesome.
What kind of damage are you doing? He asks. Because it's important.
I'm gonna do Radiant for sure, because it's a
Yep.
fucking undead Wakewyrm. I'm not.
I just
that
wanted to
dumb.
ask.
You. I know what you are. Okay.
Stinker.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. So first, just normal damage, which is 8 radiant
8?
damage.
8 radiant.
Yeah.
Followed by-
And I'm gonna do my sneak attack, which is 3d6. Yeah. Okay. That's 10 sneak.
So
Come on.
18 all up. Very nice.
Yes. And when I
Then-
leap back, how much movement do I have?
I would say this would be all of it. To like, well,
Okay.
you could probably get another 10 feet, let's say. Let's be nice. Sort of a double
10
backflip off the creature and then back to
Yeah.
where you were.
I know that. I know that.
Or do you want to jump to
Coral
the other
would-
side?
No, so I think knowing that Coral is a like martial character, I would like to, if Coral allows me, to gently take the knees off her shoulders and take my 10 feet of movement down the pier, because I can make that movement back whenever I fucking want to.
Yeah.
Coral might need that movement to reach the thing. So, would that be okay, Coral?
She had just equipped her knees and was prepared to make a thrown attack away from the thing.
course.
But yeah, she will recognize the value in that and will allow you to.
So Julio gets
Awesome.
to about there with the tiny child on him.
I'm
Very
kind of
well.
like holding her
So
away
Julio
from the wick.
angers the Wakewyrm and then takes possession of a child.
And
It's
importantly,
okay.
stands behind me.
Yes, and
Sure.
holding the child for me like a live shield.
Bron!
That's not a human shield.
No, she's a Luma. What do you do, Bron?
So I have a question.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Good start.
That doesn't bode well.
Okay, first of all, how deep does this water look?
White. You can't see the other end of the Wakewyrm. You would guess from how much of it you can see, you would guess this creature is at least 30 feet long. You can't see the bottom of it.
Oof.
Okay. We're near the beach, right?
Yeah.
We're on a jetty, so
It
it
is-
can't be
it is-
unfathomably deep.
The jetty is a floating jetty. I want to be clear. It's a pontoon rather than a jetty. That is the distinction. This is a naturally deep harbor, so it's very, very good for large ships to come in really close. It's a very deep water. It only gets shallow very near the edge. Sort of when you're about 20 feet out from the edge, it sort of shelves off really quite quickly. So underneath where you currently are is deep.
Deep. Okay, damn it.
Out of curiosity, where's Petra's place? Because that's where we were going, wasn't it?
It's across the bay from where you were heading across the bay. So this is just a representation of a small section of the harbor.
Sure.
It's at least 500 feet away. It's across the other side of town.
Yep, cool.
God. I have something so fun.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are on
you
deck
do.
after this, but the Wakewyrm will go before you.
All right, maybe I will save it. I might instead just do the old reliable. I might just whack it a few times with my bark blade, my new my weapon, which is lots of fun because it's ranged, 15 feet, so it'll hit.
Yep.
Nice.
So I will try and attack that twice.
Very well.
Right?
You whip it with your whip.
Yes.
A 16 is the number you need.
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Great. In that case, let's see if I need to do this first or afterwards. It's part of my new things, so I don't quite know how they work. No, it just says when you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon.
Yep.
Right. I can invoke the fire rune to summon fiery shackles.
Love it.
The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw of 15 or be restrained for 1 minute.
I passed the strength save.
Balls. Oh well. Still takes an extra 2d6 fire damage. So,
I'm not shocked
Nice.
that a Wakewyrm can pass a strength check.
yeah, it's fair.
It's a fairly beefy thing.
Yeah.
It was close. I got a 17.
Alright, so that's the normal damage, is 6.
6
And then
piercing.
2d6.
Fire. Fire!
And then another 6 fire.
Okay. So, Bron, you notice, can you describe to me how this happens?
It just looks like a normal short sword. But when Bron swings it, the blade at first kind of becomes a bit floppy and then just like is like a whip, which is kind of fun.
It looks like a wooden short sword, I want to be clear. It is made of wood. And then as you whip it, it sort of extends, and the bits between the wood are vine, is how I imagined it.
Cool. And then, so there is a rune on the armor, my armor, that kind of glows, and as it does, the vines also start to glow this deep cherry red. So when it goes smack against the thing, it bursts into flame a little bit, because it's in the ocean, I guess.
This, Bron, you do notice that these flames, whilst they definitely singe the flesh of this creature, they don't appear to do as much damage as you might hope. But it clearly damages it, but not as badly. And it roars in frustration. It was quite angry with Julio, but then its eyes, the 5 that it has remaining, and they're all sort of milky white orbs, slowly float around to look at you. Bron, it is going to whip you with its tail in response. Unless you move. Sorry, what am I talking about? You haven't finished your turn. Please continue your turn.
One more attack. Goodness. If we can lure it closer, I have some very fun new things to do to it. But
it
first-
will be moving closer to you, don't worry.
Oh, no, closer to, like, The shallower
to the
end.
shore, right, okay.
I just have 15 feet of
A
water.
13
Anyway,
is not enough to hit, I'm afraid.
that is
Alrighty.
fair. I guess I'm getting scared by the milky eyes.
That's fair. Yeah. So do you stay where you are, or are you happy to move? Or are you wanting to move?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am. Let's draw its attention.
Okay. Very well. It is the Wakewyrm's turn. The Wakeworm is going to the Wakeworm is going to flick its tail and like lash out at Bron. And that's a nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Jesus.
With the Troll Lord Games dice, which is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Jolly good. Glad we agree. And Bron, can you please make me a strength save?
Yes. Let
Ooh,
me see.
that's quite a lot of damage as well. I got a 9, a 10, and a 7 on the d10s. So that is 26 plus 5. 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right. Let me see.
Damn.
Oh, no, wait, what am I talking about? I got a crit. So it's 61 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
Alright, let me
Christ.
see. Do you say a strength save?
Yes.
Ooh! Let me use some of my features, because that's a 10. Ooh. Flash of Jinx. Yes. Or saving throw. Cool.
Yep.
I can add 5. So 15.
15 is not enough. Bron, you are knocked backwards 10 feet into the water.
Into the water. Great.
Damn.
Okay, so sorry, how much damage was that? It was 60.
61.
Does Bron know how to swim?
Woof!
It's more the question is, does Bron know how to swim wearing heavy armor?
Yeah. That's gonna be fun.
I like to think like Bron has an emergency ripcord, and if he pulls it, like this, a massive, like inflatable kind of vest pops out.
Yes.
Then
Chitty
the
Chitty Bang Bang car.
then the Wakeworm is going to maneuver itself closer towards the edge because Julio has also upset it, and it's going to try and bite Julio.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Sorry, I tried to distract it.
That's a 10. So a 19 to hit.
Yes, it does.
It does. Julio, please make me a strength save.
I will also do uncanny dodge, by the by, to
Yep.
have the
The incoming damage. Yep.
yes. Okay, strength save.
Yep.
Oh, natural 20. Oh my god.
Hey, very nice. Yeah, you
Oh.
managed to not get clamped in its jaws as it snaps
Oh
at
my
you.
god. If
Um,
I did with the niece, Coral would be fucking murderous. She would
For,
kill me.
well, yeah, she would then rip the thing apart and then you. So that is 14,
fuck.
19 piercing damage.
19 damage.
19,
That's already half.
19, oh, I apologize. No, that isn't halved. So it is 9 piercing damage and 4 poison damage.
Okay.
As these
Okay.
teeth scratch across your shoulder, you notice some very nasty, like the gums are looking pretty bad, and like quite bad halitosis. Being bitten by this creature is deeply unpleasant. Bron, you find yourself treading water and the dead fish that were sort of floating around you are blinking as well. And we have
Undead piranhas.
Bron, you find yourself sort of amongst a swarm of undead piranhas, well, undead fish, that are going to have a go. I don't know how well they'll do, because it's now their turn. There is 2 swarms. The other is not, like, they can't occupy each other's swarm. They can't occupy each other's area, but they can occupy yours. And they are going to, yes, try and attack you. Let's find out. They do get advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points, but I got a total was 15, so I don't think I hit. Unfortunately, Bron is a very difficult to eat tin of sardines. And then it's Cash's turn.
Cool. That's just solidified what I want to do right now. Kesh is going to jump off the jetty and in midair, misty step to the top of this building.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Because it's only about 30. It's only 30
It is
feet
exactly
away from
30
the
feet.
Wakewyrm.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
So I can still rocket socks without being knocked into a swarm of undead piranhas. Unfortunately, I can't Slayer's Prey or Hunter's Mark at this round because I just burned my spell slot / bonus action.
Bonus
but you know
action,
what?
but-
You win some, you lose some.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot it a couple times with my fire bow and hope that hurts.
Coral, you're on deck.
Okay, that was 27 for the first
Does-
shot.
Does indeed hit. Yes.
Amazing. Ooh. Would it be with advantage? I have the high ground.
No.
Boo. 13 piercing damage on the first... sorry, fire damage. Because I chose fire. It
You
came
chose
up with
fire?
piercing, but it's fire.
Fire! Once again. So the flaming arrow strikes it, and it would seem to... it kind of extinguishes against the surface of the creature, leaving a nasty scorch mark, but doesn't appear to have injured it too badly.
Boop. Well, I don't have much else to do right now, so I'm just gonna shoot it again.
Yeah? Are you going to change the damage type, or are you going to stick with fire?
Well, the other type is necrotic.
Or piercing?
Would piercing be better than fire?
Well, fire demonstrably doesn't do a lot.
Alright, that was 29, so definitely hit it, so we
Does
will try
hit.
just straight up piercing damage. I'll use a regular arrow to shoot it in its head. 13 piercing damage.
For 13. This one, the arrow lances into one of its empty eye sockets, and this time it actually roars in pain. Yeah. Sometimes actual ammunition is the best choice.
Oh, guys, I just had a terrible idea. I could shoot it with a lightning arrow and see what happens.
As the one person in the water.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that to you guys out of the water.
guys.
Because I don't know if the lightning arrow spell, has a contingency for your enemy being super wet, but I don't want to find out what the DM will do to you too if you are also in the water.
Here's the thing though, if Bron gets zapped, so do the piranhas. So, it's like you're getting a bunch of enemies and also Bron, and,
Braun
He's
has
also
so
wearing
much
armor,
HP.
like-
Yeah.
Not
Not
fine.
after that hit, he doesn't.
Exactly.
Could be
Bron
fun.
took 61 points of damage last turn, so
That sounds like
Maybe
a
not.
issue.
Maybe not.
Well, that's lovely. Cash, action. Cash, you still have your movement if you want to move further away.
Well, I don't know exactly what this roof looks like. I'm kind of picturing the roofs of Agrabah in Aladdin.
Yes, very much that.
So if it's got like a little lip, I would like to use it as partial cover.
Oh, okay, so sort of hunker down behind it. Okay,
Kind of
yeah.
duck down behind the wall. I'm not expecting full cover from that, but
No. Yeah,
partial
you get
cover
partial
would be-
cover.
Not that I expect the fish to have ranged attacks.
Well,
That would be
no.
fucking funny if the fish just yeet one of their number at me as a ranged attack.
Well,
That would be funny.
The Wakewyrm struck Bron with its tail easily from 10 feet away. Is a valid point. However, it is now Coral's turn. Well, it's Angharad's turn. But Angharad is currently being held by Julio unless Julio puts her down and tells her to fucking run.
Yeah,
and
I
I
hope
don't-
she did, otherwise she's in the drink too.
No, that's Bron. Julio is fine. Julio was
Julio did
nearly
fall in.
eaten.
Sorry.
But wasn't.
I will
For what
absolutely
it-
let her run away.
Yeah, for what it is worth, Coral would have yeeted her and told her to continue practice her flying in that direction instead.
Yeah.
But hasn't because initiative.
In which case, Angharad dashes because she is very small, her full movement is 30 feet. But yeah, she runs up a side alley, and you would probably say she's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
Cool. I get adjacent to the thing.
Yep, I think you already are.
Yeah. I get my shield out. I get my longsword out. And this is the first time using this character in combat. First time using like a fighter in combat, pretty much. So bear with me, but I am going to. By the way, because of the way this character was built, are you allowing the like weapon mastery skills?
No, just use the. I'm familiar enough with the paladin rules that yeah, and the massive trade-off that paladins have had in the new rules is that they can only smite once a turn.
Yeah, right,
because
okay.
it's now a bonus action to do it. It's a spell,
Right.
so they can only cast one spell a turn. I was like, that's a bit of a hefty trade-off for weapon mastery, I think.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, like, I'm not terribly fussed with it, but between sessions, maybe if you wouldn't mind having a...
Oh, yeah, I'll have a look and
like, trying to
redo.
Yeah, because I was trying to find the basics, and it was just like, oh, they've just made it illegal to do that now because they want money. But
yeah,
maybe I wasn't looking. Anyway, that's fine. Well... Look, I will say the things that are on my character sheet, and you tell me if So, according to my character sheet, as a fighter, I think it's as a fighter, I can hit a thing. So I'm going to try to hit the thing.
Strong. Good skill. I like it.
Yeah, right. It's new.
Fucking updated rules.
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit?
What else are they gonna fucking
14
do
does
next
not
time?
hit.
That's fucked up.
Okay, great. I try again because I'm a fighter. 23
23
for
hits.
attack.
23
Cool.
absolutely hits.
Right.
Are you gonna smite?
Oh, yes, I am. Let's just use a cheeky. Let's do a second level spell slot.
Hell yeah.
Also, I had imagined that the Wyrm was not out and about in the middle of town. And I'm not planning on summoning the giant one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because I think that's just going to be a liability right now.
I don't know how well
my
worms
Wyrm,
swim.
Not
Yeah.
Great. Do you know what
second level spell slot. Second level spell
sorry.
slot will be 3 3d8s of divine smite.
Radiant? Yeah.
Yeah. Plus your
Cool.
weapon damage.
Oh, that's 8, 8, and 7. And that's not even my weapon damage.
Yeah.
Which is just one-handed, not versatile. That's fine. That's 6 in total. From that, so 29.
29.
And on my character sheet, it says that when I hit an enemy in melee, I can mark it. So this thing is marked.
Is that a vengeance pally thing?
Look, I don't know. I believe it's from
It's marked.
Fighter. Yeah.
All right.
It's from Xanathar's Guide, so maybe. Oh, you know what? I think it's a Cavalier thing. So it is marked until the end of my next turn. While it's within 5 feet of me, it has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me. If it deals damage to anyone else, I can make a special melee attack against it on my next turn as a bonus action with advantage and with extra damage. And also have the Sentinel feat.
Cool.
So if it attempts to attack someone else, I can do that again.
Love it. Nice. So 29 points of damage to it.
Yep.
Puts it to...
And then I action search.
58. Good. 58, 60, 70. Oh, cool. Math.
Dirty
Filthy
20.
20 does hit.
Cool. I'll just roll the other one as well.
Yep.
21.
And a 21. 2 more hits.
Yep. And
Do you
2
want to
more
smite?
smites at first level.
Okay, so just 2d8s each, so 4d8 plus 2 weapon attacks.
Well, alright, let's do the 48 first.
Alleys are so much fun.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
burn bright like
25.
a diamond. 25
Yep.
more. Yep, good.
that's across both smites.
Yep.
And
Oof.
5 on one and 12.
Oh, yeah, and 12 on the other. Yeah, okay, so 42 more.
Yep, cool.
Yep, it didn't like that at all. You have absolutely gained its ire.
Yeah, fucking good. And I think that is probably. I'm sure fighters and pallies are silly, so I'm sure there's other things I can do.
Yep.
But I don't need to use the second win right now, so I'm all good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, Coral. You have also seen Coral looking grumpy and unpleasant, but at the moment, Coral is so enraged that she's calm. Razor sharp focus levels of rage. Yeah, so that's her.
Love it. We go back to the top of the order. It is Julio.
Okay, I am alive, I am not chomped, and I was not at fault for a child dying. So I think that was a good first round. I hit all of my goals. So
Is that-
now
That Julio's internal voice. I am alive.
yeah, exactly. I'm taking stock. Okay. So I'm gonna move 5 feet here. Fuck him up and move away.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Love it.
Yes. Okay. First attack 17 plus 8, which probably hits.
Does. What manner of
sweet.
damage?
What manner of damage? A Slod Slayer. So it's
It's just piercing,
magical.
isn't it? Magic piercing.
Yeah, that's all. Okay.
Good.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's 10 plus 10 plus 6, that's 16 plus 5, 21 damage.
21 damage. Very nice.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty good.
I could do another attack, but it's not gonna do much damage. Instead, I should use my bonus action on an inspiration. I'm gonna give inspiration to Bron because Bron is in the shit. So, hey Bron, get out of there!
Bron, get out of the fucking water, you
and-
idiot.
Oh. Why
What a
did
great
that
idea.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my remaining 25 feet of movement to fuck off. Somewhere here, probably.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Love it. So, that is Bron's turn. Bron, you are swimming in a puddle with some quippers. Wow. I say quippers. I've got written swarm of undead fish.
I am going to start by doing something new. I'm going to use as a bonus action giant might, and I'm going to become large.
Excellent.
A wing? Or no?
That's a bonus action. That is fun. As my action, I am going to cast Fly on myself, and I am going to fly 60 feet straight up
Lol.
into the air.
That obviously, presumably, incurs an opportunity attack from the quippers.
Fish, sure.
Yeah. Does a 23 hit?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Is fly a concentration word?
I think so.
It is.
4d8. All right. Big money. Not very big money. That is 17. 17 points of piercing and 3 points of poison. So 20 damage.
All right.
A con save, please.
That's looking bad.
Ooh.
11. Do I need to? I don't. No,
No,
I'm
you're good.
I'm
You're
fine.
fine, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. You needed a 10 or above.
Yeah. Oh, 11. Yep.
Um,
He good. He can still fly. He's a flying talking fox.
So let me see. I am.
Ooh. Ooh, do I? Ooh, do I?
I am going to use Action Surge.
Uh-huh.
Gain an additional action.
Yeah.
So my additional action. No. I can't cast 2 spells in 1 turn, even with an additional action, can I?
Correct. You can
In that
cantrip,
case,
but you can't action.
I am not going to Action Surge. I have used an ability, and I have moved.
Yep.
And I am 60 feet above people, so I can't hit anyone.
But you
So
also
that's much-
can't really be hit. Excellent. Cool. You are floating above the quippers. You are also huge.
Well, large.
Yeah.
Might be next turn. Yeah, no, that's enough.
All right. And he's looking a little ropey. Cool. That's the bronze turn. The fishers are like, oh, hi, that was our lunch. But they did get a good old chomp on you before you went. Yes, you notice that also their bites appear to be somewhat poisonous as well. So, bronze now not really an option, which means there are only 2 creatures in range of the Wakewyrm. There is Julio and there is Coral. So it's going to try and get... It's hacked off with Coral as well. Like, it did not like what Coral just did. So it is going to try and smite her first with its tail. Getting a 2 on the dice, so probably not. And then it's going to try and bite her. A 22. I got a 13 on the dice plus 9.
I believe that is the AC.
Alrighty. Coral, can you please make me a strength saving throw?
Yep.
You're so strong. You're so powerful.
I'm so strong.
Ooh, it's a good hit.
You, Carl?
That's an 18.
18 is enough. You are not grappled
Nice.
by the Wakewyrm, which is a shame. I wanted to do that. But you do take a 20 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage.
So, how much was that total?
25.
20. Yeah, cool. It's not that I can't add 20 plus 5, it's that I wasn't sure if 20 was the first number. Okay.
Yeah, no. Karen, you just got an inspiration from Tony.
Nice.
By the way, if there is any accidental awkwardness in stats, I'm actually currently in the middle of fixing Coral's classes.
Ah, did you, have you managed to,
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
It turns out it was actually super simple and I just did a dumb or something.
Alrighty. Is it at the very beginning when you click Allow Legacy?
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
It was just having to scroll down to the bottom to...
Yeah.
Oh, these are the classes.
That's where
you
they
actually
hide them. Yeah, they don't want you using them, even though
Yeah.
you've already paid for them all. Yeah, cool. Well, no one's in the water, so the fish are no danger to anybody, which means it's Cash's turn.
Yay!
Dude,
Hunter's
it's
mark
tough.
on its ugly face.
Very well. You Hunter's mark its ugly face. Its face is ugly and Hunter's mark. Please make a please mark off a spell slot and shoot it.
That is a critical fail, DM.
Not so great
12.
on the first shot. It is absolutely, however, now available to be sneak attacked. So when you shoot it again, please do, you'll do a lot of damage.
I thought I got advantage if it was sneak attack. Or does it just
No,
do it straight?
you get auto sneak if you have advantage. It's the other way around.
Okay, that is a 15.
15 is also not a hit.
Fuck me.
But it should be noted that you actually should have had your sneak attack last turn. Because
You told me I didn't.
no, I didn't. I said no such thing. I didn't say anything about not having your sneak attack.
You said I didn't have advantage.
You don't have advantage, but you can get sneak attack as long as an enemy of the thing you're attacking is in threat with it. So
As long as you don't have
disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, confusing myself. My bad.
So,
well,
you
can
can
I
roll a
attack
d6.
damage for last round?
Yeah. Tony also did just give you an
Oh,
inspiration
look,
if you
it's
want
one.
to. But there you go. Alright, there you are. One more point of sneak. Gotta remember that that roguish ability that you now have. Cool. Well, it's now marked.
Twice.
Oh, yay. Such a productive round.
Modest Pickle, g'day, how are you? Welcome, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Josh the Pirate. We are currently battling an undead Wakewyrm, which is a giant sea-beastie that I've sort of homebrewed. The Wakewyrm is a thing from the Humblewood setting, which is where we are currently playing. All of our characters are animal folk. Julio is a mouse person, Bron is a fox person, Cash is a raccoon person, and Coral is a puffin. So, yeah, a large variety of animal-based people, and, yeah, the Wakewyrm is a giant sea monster. But it's currently, they've already met one ages ago, and it was a pretty tough fight, so I thought resurrecting the same one dead now would make it more fun, so let's do that.
So is it the
No, it's
same
not
one?
the same one.
It's not the same one.
Fight
No,
it.
you definitely
Yeah.
determined it. And also, you freed its baby and were generally quite nice to it. No, this one is, if anything, bigger than the last one you met, though. However, and
Cool.
for any of
This
you
one
who know the
ate the previous one and its baby.
yes, this one, none of you know enough about gender dimorphism in Wakewyrms to tell, but this one is male.
By the way, just real quick, redoing my classes, I realized that I have a feat that I didn't utilize, which allows me to reduce normal damage by 3. So I'm going to gain 3 whole hit points.
Achilles.
So-
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your D&D was cancelled.
Slashing,
Nice.
bludgeoning, and piercing is reduced by 3.
Nice. In which case, you can reduce some of that damage that you took by 3, because some of it was piercing. I am sad that your D&D is cancelled, Achilles, but I'm glad to have you here. Good to see you, mate. Alrighty, back. It is because Angharad is just going to keep fucking running. Because she is a 6-year-old child. It is Coral's turn, unless Cash has anything she would like to do. Else?
Oh, not much I can do.
No, okay. You hide and continue.
Cool. I attack twice more.
Yes, you do.
I need to find a way of getting myself advantage, but for now, I spam. Does 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Great. So 20
Ooh,
also
and
hits.
so does a 20. Yep.
I am going to save my last spell slot for now.
Oh yeah, 'cause she's burned some already. Good.
13. And 9.
Me too.
And it's marked again. That's the end of my turn. I'm gonna have a quick bio break.
Lovely. Very well. Back to the top of the order. It's Julio.
Okay, sweet. I did not expect that I would not be attacked, so I'm big chilling. Let's attack.
Did Julio just freeze?
Does look like it.
Oh no! Come back!
How do you know?
We care
Roll
for
the
you.
-1 to attack.
Oh, just while we're waiting for Daria, this is some of Daria's art for those of you who are wanting to see some of the characters up close. This is not one of the characters in this campaign, but this is a large, convoluted world, and this is Kiki. Kiki is a character from a different campaign. Wi-Fi boss, oh, please nerf. Oh, I'm not nerfing my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi doesn't need any nerfing at all. There we are. There she is.
She's back!
I don't know what happened. Internet just said fuck you. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to remember. Do I have sneak attack if I use my short bow?
I think technically yes, because it's in threat with someone else.
Yes. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna attack. With the short bow, it's dirty 20.
It is a hit.
Sweet. So let's do damage. First of all, it's 10 plus people plus 8, which is 18.
18.
Plus
Yep.
4, which is 22. 22.
22. Very nice.
Sweet.
Daria is very, very talented. Did all the artwork for all the characters we have on the channel so far.
Yippee! Okay, and I'm gonna do another bonus action. For bonus action, my options are, yeah, I'm gonna do a healing word, second level on Braun, because Braun is like flying, dripping blood on the jetty.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. I got you. Okay. So it's gonna be, okay, 3 plus 3, that's 6 plus 3, 9. 9 healing points.
9 points of healing.
And I'm gonna move away more because I don't trust this bitch.
So you're moving further away?
Yes, sir.
Then you are leaving threat with it.
Oh, good. Okay. And my swashbuckler doesn't.
I think that's for melee.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Give me a second.
Because it is marked, it will have disadvantage on attacks against you.
Yep.
Oh shit, that is lovely. Sneak attack, thieves can't. No. Roguish audacity. Doesn't fucking tell me anything. Oh, fancy woodwork. During your turn, if you make a melee attack, yes, so it can still attack me.
In which case, it did avoid a natural yeet with that disadvantage. However, I got an 18 on the other dice, which is a 27 to hit. So yeah, he is still gonna get bit. Julio, please make me a strength save.
Oh boy. Shit. I'm not gonna get a 2 natural 20s and the fucking. Yeah, that's a 2.
Okay. Julio, you get grappled in its mouth.
Cool.
As you try to move further away from it, and it picks you up.
Sorry, was that a strength save?
It
Is
was.
Julio
Yes.
within 10 feet of me?
No.
Technically not when the save happened.
Okay.
He is now, because the thing basically reaches out and grabs him as he tries to fuck off. Let's just roll the damage quickly on that, because it was a bite attack. That's 17 points of piercing and 10 of poison.
So 27. Yikes. Okay. I'm fine. And hey, positive side, we know it's range? Question mark?
25 feet
As I fly
is
through,
the
yeah,
reach
wow.
on it. Yeah. That's how I said it's 30 feet long. It's probably more like 60 feet long, but it has an effective length of 30 feet because it's a huge creature, which technically means it's a 15-foot cube. And I'm like, it couldn't, anything more than 60 feet long couldn't fit in a 15-foot cube, but yeah. There's the practicality of it. Via, welcome as well. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for that follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. I'm sorry you're down with the flu, but I hope we are keeping you entertained. This is a large and complicated world. This is literally like episode 175 of the ongoing adventures of people in this setting. This is Kesh Glitterweave's 74th appearance. And everybody else is, like, Bron is around the 25, 27 mark, I think, now, being the other end of that spectrum. What level are we? We are level 12. At this point, we began the campaign 2.5, 3, probably fucking 4 years ago at level 1. And with none of these characters. But I think Kesh and Eric started out level, I want to say 4? Maybe 3 or 4?
I think so, 3 or 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. However, Bron joined at level 10. So, yeah, it was only, 2 seasons ago. There you go. All right. Keeping on with the adventure.
No. Sentinel.
Sentinel? Oh, yeah, you get to attack now.
Which technically happens before its attack hits, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. And I'm going to add a spicy smite onto this as well.
Damn,
assuming it
nice.
hits. Cool.
I thought a smite is a bonus action, no?
No. We're using the old rules
not
where you
yet.
can just do it whenever you fucking want, because I think that makes more sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It does
that's a
not
10, so
hit.
it doesn't hit.
Never mind. With a lance. Cool, alrighty.
I hit the wrong thing.
Yes. That's Julio's turn, presumably.
Yeah,
Bron!
what else can I fucking do?
You're floating about 60, about 35, 40 feet above its head. And I seriously considered having it nip at you as you went up because you left its threat range. But I was like, no, I won't. Also because I don't like Sentinel. But,
Alright, so, bonus action, I'm going to short wind and do 1d10 plus 3 hit points plus...
second wind. Short wind.
Second wind?
Just have a...
Short wind is just...
Just...
I need to go a little bit higher. Just
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Bobs up.
I'm going to add the inspiration that Julio gave me.
Hell yeah.
Bardic.
First,
Inspiration,
Bardic,
yep.
so that's 5. What is that, a d6 that I add?
A D10.
My Bardic?
8.
Is a D8, yes.
Yeah.
Right, so 5 plus 8. Amazing.
Nice.
13 hit points I gain back when I reconnect.
Back
Good,
to
that's a
45.
good start. Yes, good. Okay. So I am going to stop casting fly, and I am instead going to cast Enlarge Reduce on myself and make me huge.
Even bigger. Okay.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
And then for my movement, I am going to aim for the worm.
So you're gonna like pile drive this thing. So
What in WWE is going on over here? What kind of from the top rope? What the fuck?
yeah, this is absolutely a Vulpin from the top rope situation. I'm not even sure how to. You will definitely hurt yourself doing this. I want to clarify, but yeah, okay.
Heavy
I love
armor
it.
should hopefully hurt it more.
Yeah, absolutely. You will take half the damage you do to it. You were about 40 feet above its head, so you'll get 4 times the fall damage. Let's make it a D10, so 4 D10s. And you'll take half of it. Is that all right? Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
From a plummeting and fucking huge Vulpin. I would say that where you are, you can stand, but you will be in the water when you hit it.
Oh, cool. So I'm not drowning?
No, I think you can stand where you are. It's probably up to about your shoulders, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, let's say that you aim for this side of it, so you are within the shallows just.
Great. Okay.
21 points of damage, which you take 10 of.
Okay.
Nice. Great.
That's my turn.
I love it. I love everything about it. Good job. It's now the.
I need to do a concentration check because enlarge reduces a concentration spell.
However, yeah, you need a 10, I think.
Oh, that's
Flash
a
of
nat
genius.
1. I'm gonna use my reaction to add 5 to that,
Yep.
unless the nat 1 makes it fail.
No, you can do that.
Are
It's-
you within 10 feet of me?
Yes. Just.
Part
Add
of me is,
3
yeah.
to your saving throws.
Which makes it 11. 11 on a nat 1, which means you pass.
That's crazy.
Fucking bullshit.
Although it would have been pretty funny if you suddenly shrunk again.
Yeah, but to be fair,
disappeared.
seeing a gigantic fox
Ah!
flying through the sky, like elbow down, that's crazy.
Bron, I am going to give you inspiration for that because that was very, very cool. As Achilles points out, wouldn't water soften the landing? No, because he's aiming for the giant fish. He's not hitting the water. He's mostly hitting, like, the water isn't what hurts him when he hits it. It's the giant armor-plated sea monster. Anything over above 40 feet or so actually fucking hurts. Yeah, Achilles. He's landing on the bad guy, not the wood. Exactly, watch for wizard. Alrighty. It's the fish's turn. It is going to first try and blat Coral away again. This time, a 17 plus 7 hits. Coral, please make a strength save.
Okay.
I just realized that I'm still in its jaws. Is it gonna fucking gulp me?
It-
Is
it
gonna
might
roll
do.
my ass? Oh fuck. Alright. Alright. That's fine, I can take it.
26. All right.
26, baby.
Doesn't get blatted away. It's a bit bullshit. And doesn't even take very much damage
This is
because I
your
rolled
character,
quite
bro.
poorly.
I'm just.
Yeah, I rolled quite badly. So it's a total of 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, down to 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he is going to chomp on Julio,
With disadvantage.
but with advantage because he's grappling him.
Okay.
So balances.
Okay. So what do
That
I
seems
do?
fair.
What's happening to me?
It's an 18 to hit.
That just hits. That's my AC.
That is unfortunate, because then it swallows you.
Okay, fine. No, I have a plan. It's all good. I have a plan.
If only you had a message.
Yeah, all of you hear in your heads, help!
Yeah. What's it fucking gonna do? To me?
You
Where
do
did
take
Julio go?
14 piercing and 4 poison, and you
So
are now
18? Okay.
Yep, and then you are swallowed.
Okay.
And every
I
turn
can
you
deal with
begin your turn inside the thing's stomach, you're going to take, which is where you are now. You are blinded and restrained. You are also, however,
Okay.
in total cover. And something will happen to you every time you start your turn inside the Wakewyrm.
Okay. I'm very excited because I have something specifically for this.
Oh my god, I think I know what it might be, and I'm excited too.
If you had Thunder Wave or like Thunder Step or something.
Julio,
that would be hilarious.
On your turn, remind me to get you to make a perception check on your turn. That
Okay.
is the... Bron, you're going to get attacked by the fucking quippers that you are absolutely standing next to. And bleeding quite badly. But I don't think they're going to hit you with a pair of fucking 6s. So the other ones are also going to come over and have a go. Because you are now large enough that 2 of them can try.
So I feel like I have missed a turn because I
you
would
s-
get to use Sentinel on it again, and there was a thing that would have happened on my turn after that.
You You smoted a bunch.
Oh, no, I understand. It's because Julio moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
why. Yeah. But the nat 20 on the second round of Quipper attacks is probably going to hit Bron.
Jesus.
It's an armor class is 21.
Oh, 27.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
It's a natural 20, dude. Come on.
Natural, not total. Sorry, yeah, I misheard that.
Like, good question. No, but good question. Let's see. So I got... It's not great on the roll. Oh, no, that's a 7, not a 2. No, that's actually pretty great on the roll. 14, 19, 21, and and a poison one as well. 21, 30, no, 24. This actually might kill Bron.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Well, no, because then we max the damage out. What's 5d8s is
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down goes Bron, unconscious, and returns to tiny. It returns to just large. Do you shrink to medium?
Just large.
Interesting. I gain it for 1 minute.
Love it. So you are still large. You're just not huge.
Where does he land?
He's in the water.
In water or on... Yeah, oh, right.
Oh, it
Does he
does say
sink?
actually, when I am large, I do an extra 1d6 damage.
Oh, okay. Do you want to roll an extra 1d6 damage for that attack you did?
Yeah, that'll be fun. Have an extra 5 points of damage.
There you go. All right.
How do you want to do this?
It's close. It's hard to say because this creature has already had the shit kicked out of it by a fucking dragon, so it's hard. It's already not looking great, but it's looking very beat up. Well, Modest Pickle, on the beginning of Julio's turn, he can have a fucking look. It's Cash's turn. Cash, Bron's not looking great. As in, he's unconscious. He's floating face down. He's probably not floating because he's wearing heavy plate. He's probably sinking, I'll be honest.
I don't know what you expect me to do about it.
I don't know either. I'm curious to see what you want to do.
Will
There is
aid help him at all?
It would, actually.
It would?
Because it would increase his hit points by 5, which would mean he has 5 hit points.
That's good. That's very good.
Is aid a touch
I
spell?
thought it was a touch spell, though.
No, it's 30-foot range, so he is
He's just in
within
range. He is within range. You can cast it on you and yourself, him and you. You can't cast it on Julio, and I think you are out of range of Coral, but you can do it on Bron and yourself.
I'm not hurt. I'm fine.
Yeah, but you can still add 5 more hit points to your max.
Oh. Cool. Ah.
Or you
Like,
can shoot it twice.
Like, I want to help Bron, but I also
Shoot it
would
twice.
love to kill an undead Wakewyrm.
The problem is, I am inside. I can't heal anyone from out
No,
here.
you can't.
Oh god, yeah, so
I can't.
Julio's inside it and Bron is unconscious face down in the water.
Coral,
But I'm
do
gonna be fine.
you may not know it, but
Coral
Coral
is-
can heal.
Well, regardless of that, Coral is next to it and is doing fine and, like, can
Yeah.
probably kill it in at least a couple of turns.
Yeah.
Look, Bron's not getting any deader.
Well, actually,
He is actually. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the
but he's
rules.
got a
He's
couple of
getting better.
turns. He'll be fine.
not if the piranhas eat him.
Fuck
That's
off.
up to you.
Oh my...
There are piranhas, but that's up to you.
It is up
Actually,
to
you know what? I'm shooting like shit. And aid is guaranteed to work. So yeah, I will cast aid on Bron and myself. So he's no longer unconscious. There
Okay,
you
Bron
go.
gets
Are you
5 hit
happy?
points and is now has a maximum of 109. Not that that's super relevant right now, but yes. Blub blub, yeah. Bron, you wake up. You're a bit underwater, but you do wake up. And Kesh now has another 5 hit points. Cool. Anything else you want to do, Kesh?
Well, that was my action, and I mean, I can Slayer's Prey it as my bonus action,
Yeah?
but that's about all I got.
Love it. Okay. Then
Oh,
we
hang
go.
No, sorry, that doesn't apply in this situation.
Then it's Coral's turn.
Excellent. She is gonna look up at this worm. She's still just standing on the dock and say, "You spit that out. You fight me." And she's gonna like move her long sword around and like try to cut into the belly. To maybe help Julio get out.
Yep.
Cool. So let's do the normal attacks first. Okay, long sword. That's an 18, which I think hits.
Yep.
That's a 14, which I think doesn't.
Does not.
Yep. Cool. Let's do... Oh, that is 14 damage on the first hit.
Yep.
And also, because I'm a loomer, I can just decide to re-roll when I want to. Once
They
per
are
long
lucky.
rest or something. So I'm going to re-roll that second attack.
Yep. Tony just
Or a
gifted
dirty-
you an inspiration as well, just as a point.
Excellent.
Filthy 20 does
for
hit,
a
though.
Dirty 20. Great. For an 8.
Another 8.
And then because by the way, I mark it again. Because my marked enemy ate someone else that wasn't me, I now get a bonus attack.
Oh. As in attacked somebody else who wasn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
was like, that seems
pretty
very
broken.
specific 8.
I have 2 different things that trigger when an enemy attacks someone who's not me.
Right.
So there's Sentinel, which activates on as it happens.
Yeah.
And then there is this Cavalier thing. Who knew Cavalier is about more than just being
Riding
on
a horse. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me read it for you. While my marked enemy is within 5 feet of me, it has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target me. If it deals damage to anyone else, I can make a special melee attack against it on my next turn, which is right now.
Yep.
As a bonus action, with advantage, and 3 extra damage.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
And
sounds great. So
I
this
can
is
do
your
that
bonus
4
action.
times per long rest.
Awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah. So this has advantage.
But the worm is important too, yes.
So that's
24
a
is a hit. Yep.
And then add 3 damage on top of this.
13. Love it.
By the way, when I've been smiting, have they done extra damage?
Not extra, but they have hit. They have done the full.
Yeah. And what about my regular attacks?
They appear to be working, just not, but no better. You know.
Yeah. Great.
14, 13, 17. Cool. Awesome. Alrighty. Back to the top of the order. Thank you very much, Coral. It's Julio. Julio, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, huh? Let's do that.
You're blinded, so you're at disadvantage, but yes.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Oh, the second one was so good, and then the first one was shit. Persuasion, no, perception, 12.
You can't see him.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm within 30 feet, but I can't see him doing it.
You're also underwater.
Yeah. So 12.
12. Yeah. There is a fair amount of, like, wreckage in here that you can feel. Like logs and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, you are
Right.
inside the thing's tummy. Which means you're going to take some acid damage.
Okay. Can I uncanny dodge the ass?
No.
Okay.
Because you're just in it. You can't really dodge
It's not
being
an
in a
attack.
puddle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Weirdly,
Alright.
it doesn't seem to
Give it
say
to me.
how much, though. I'm going to say it's the same as
1d6.
It's definitely not that much. It
One
is
acid damage.
17 points of acid damage.
Okay. Not great for me.
Not
but
great.
I'll take it on the chin.
Yep.
And then I will invoke the aspect of the Alderheart.
Yeah, boy.
And fuck it up from the inside.
Julio
So what I do
grows
is-
in size.
yeah, I grow to large. I'm
Amazing.
covered in roots and bark. It's like snaking out. I wanted to have like roots growing out of its like mouth and nostrils that outside. I get twice my bard level temporary hit points, which is 12.
Good.
That's very good for me. My ground around me is difficult terrain, but
The creature's stomach becomes difficult terrain. Yep.
yeah. And my attacks based on dexterity and charisma rolled with advantage.
Which
Does it
evens to nothing
spit me
because you
out?
are... No, it doesn't. It can't. You are now, like, anchored in place. However, I'm going to say that this will be very unpleasant for it. I will give you the advantage... Like, technically, you're restrained, but I would say that this is functionally an attack. That it can't really dodge. So I'm going to give you advantage on the attack.
Awesome.
Like you should
Thank
have.
you.
Don't you hate it when you eat a little bit too much and then you become food pregnant?
And then it swells. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you just hate it? Okay, so have advantage? Okay.
Yep.
Plus 8, 23.
You do hit.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna. This is with my rapier.
Yeah.
So I just like grow and just have my rapier out. So as I grow, it just pushes in.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, 11 magic damage.
Yeah.
And okay, 9 plus 6, that's 15. So 11 plus 15, that's 26.
Julio.
Yes.
As you grow, Bron, you manage to sort of pick your head out of the water, and you see this creature is just sort of writhing and roaring as Coral is just slashing into its stomach, screaming, "Let that!" And it's like, "No, put it down! Spit that out!" It rears back as a huge gash has been torn across its stomach, and then the whole creature seems to sort of break apart along this slash line as Julio, resplendent in the wooden form of the Alderheart, stands atop the bottom half of the Wakewyrm as its head sort of peels off and caves over. The Wakewyrm is dead. Julio
shit.
standing in it.
That's pretty cool.
If I can do a thing, I would like to walk over to Julio and cast Lay on Hands and
The
put...
combat is not over.
Okay, cool.
We have the
Never mind,
fucking
fuck me.
piranhas.
Oh, piranhas.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Bron is
Yeah.
in a pair
Yeah.
of swarms
Yeah.
of piranhas.
Yes, fair.
Yeah. Okay. So, oof. Am I in the water now?
You probably will be soon, as the corpse begins to sink. Oh, actually, it specifically says the Wakewyrm does not sink, immediately. So you're kind of just standing on its floating corpse.
I have movement.
It smells
right?
real bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm,
I
like,
think you've still
covered
got your
in
movement,
guts.
yeah.
Can I, because I'm large, can I grab Bron's body and drag him to safety?
He is also large. This will be a strength check, but yes, you
That's
can.
true, but I think my older heart form gives me advantage.
But also,
Saving throws with advantage.
Yeah.
So,
that might
Okay.
give them attacks of opportunity.
well, on me, because
forced
I'm
movement.
the one.
But
Yeah.
it will be on Julio. Yeah.
That's fine. I think I can take it.
It'll only be one swarm as well.
Just this enormous tree being swatting off.
Okay.
Tree being?
19
Yeah.
plus nothing.
You managed to drag Bron away. However, they are going to attack you.
Yeah, that's fine.
24.
Yeah. Fuck. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna dead it?
Well, let's find out. None of them, it hasn't taken any damage yet, so it is still the full. Oh, I rolled very badly. 16 points of damage.
I'm still alive, but fucking barely. Let's go. So, 22 Minus
Julio
16.
gets up onto the dock, dragging Bron with him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
However,
I'm.
you are now all out of the water, meaning that the fish are no longer a threat, technically. They are, however, still very much in the water. Kesh looks like she may have a plan.
I have.
Bron may also have a plan. Don't become large and powerbomb the fish.
I'm already large. That's not what I'm doing. Are we still in initiative order?
At this point, you don't have to be, but I will just ask people in the same order what they're going to do to resolve the fish situation. So it's Bron's turn now, I think.
Cool. I am gonna momentarily jump back in the water.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
On
Motherfucker!
them, because I am going to cast Thunder Wave,
Okay.
which emanates from
Just- you
15
You couldn't do it
cube.
from the dock.
You don't have to do that in the water. You can do it from the dock.
Every creature in a 15-foot cube originating from me, and I'm already a 10-foot cube. So.
No, originating in front of you.
Huh?
It originates in front of you. It's originating from you. You're not in it.
Oh,
You're
it's on the
on one
middle of
side
me?
of the cube.
You are one side of the cube. Yeah.
Perfect. I don't need to jump then.
No.
So, I'm going to cast this at third level, and they are going to take 4d8 thunder damage unless they succeed on a con save of 17.
One failed, one passed. I got a 19 on one of them. I will say the further swarm makes sense that they pass theirs.
So yes, this can be heard 300 feet away.
I'm sure it can. I think most of the parts of this combat have been heard 300 feet away. 12. 12 damage on one swarm and 6 on the other.
Oh, and this is just so perfect. I'm going to. I will need to mark that off.
Oh, I will also. The one that doesn't save gets pushed.
Yes.
Do you mind if I say it doesn't because they're in water?
Sure. The water gets pushed.
Yeah, the
Or
water gets pushed.
let us say then that they get pushed 10 feet backwards and are now occupying the same space.
Ooh. Okay. Great. Cool.
You've merged the two swarms. And there's now room to do so because you've killed a bunch of them, I guess. Yeah.
Sorry, that was a bad.
I was about to say, you do it again for the same damage.
I will take. No, I won't, because that is another spell. No, it's only one, but that is funny. I will take a bonus action and gain a bunch of hit points from my armor. That's
Love
what
it.
I will do.
Cash. Finish this.
So there's one combined swarm of fishers.
Well, there's two, but they are kind of occupying the same space, yeah.
Okay.
They have independent hit points.
Like, part of me thinks this is a waste of a spell slot, but
Oh no,
also
do it.
it'd be so dope. Kesh is gonna yell out, "Nobody touch the water! Nobody touch the water!" And then cast lightning arrow into the swarm of fishers.
Fuck yeah. Do you, out of mild curiosity, move your hunter's mark first?
Yes, definitely.
Or 15.
And they have to pass a dex save of 16.
They do not. Oh! No, one does.
It takes half
One gets
damage.
17. Yeah. The other
Okay,
does
one-
not.
One fish takes half damage. The rest of them.
Yeah, Cash, one of the swarms is dead. And no, what am I talking about? 15 means 30 points to one swarm and 15 to the other. So yeah, one swarm is dead and one is very badly hurt. Yeah, nice. Roll that d6.
yeah.
Don't know if this necessarily does stack, but
2.
which is lightning, so 4, which is actually amusingly exactly the number left. You kill both.
Nice.
There we go.
Hey, I wasn't useless.
And there we have the end of the combat. The guys, a couple of people looking a little bit beat up, but otherwise I think we're all fine. We will go for a short little breaklet there, everybody. Back in 5 to 10 to see what the gang does next, and whether or not Bron and Julio shrink again. Be back very shortly, everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Vast and ahoy, mateys. We be back. I be Josh the Pirate, and this be Humblewood. Me lovely gang, me lovely crew. We have just defeated a Wakewyrm, and I say we, I was the Wakewyrm, so the gang defeated a Wakewyrm, and they're now standing on a pier that looks a little bit the worse for wear, except for Cash, who's fine. And Julio and Bron are looking a little bit bigger than they usually are, and Julio is also a little bit woody. What do you do?
Am I within walking distance of the two big boys?
You are standing right between them.
Great. I put my hands out to both of them and say, "You haven't fulfilled your destinies yet. Now's not your time." And I do lay on hands 15 each.
Love it.
Yay!
That's the lay
Thank you.
on hands.
And I think over the top, as Coral is doing that, Brian to Lulio, and high five over the top of Coral.
Can we get that
yeah.
art, please? Her touching both of them,
Yeah.
and then, yeah.
Eiffel Tower situation. Yeah.
That's, yeah. I thought that. I was like, no, that's not appropriate on the stream.
No.
I'm glad you did.
It's a term I've only just encountered. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I can. Cool. Alrighty, Cash, you're at the top of a building, but you can get down relatively easily. You are muted, my lovely.
Pardon? Haven't done that for a while.
Oh.
I will, probably because we haven't been streaming as much.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's often sitting next to me.
It's been a while
Yeah,
since we last streamed.
I will scamper down and kind of just check that no one is about to die. Can I mending a bit of the jetty?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the jetty was relatively unscathed. It was mostly the guys that were getting hit, but the jetty did take a bit of collateral. So yeah, you can mending the jetty better if you want.
Cool. I assume there's a whole lot of stinky fish corpses.
There
in the
is
water
a
now.
lot of stinky, bad-smelling fish corpses. The biggest and stinkiest is absolutely two halves of a Wakewyrm that was kind of bisected laterally along the midline.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't really have anything that can help with that.
Nah, it'll sink eventually, and it's out over you give it a couple of hours, it'll sink back down again. And you know, this place smells of fish most of the time. Cash, seeing as you're the one doing it, make me a perception check.
Ooh. 22. I
22.
perceive many things.
You perceive one specific thing. In the wreckage of the Wakewyrm's stomach, there is gleaming a small black gem.
Ooh. Does anyone have Mage Hand?
No.
God
Bron
damn
might.
it.
Nope.
Nope.
Mage
okay.
Hand, anyone? Anyone? Mage Hand.
You can hop down there. It's
Got me
floating.
once.
Like, if I reached out with and used, like, my pair of short swords as, like, a pair of chopsticks, could I get it out of
Make
the water?
me a dexterity check.
I have Mage Hand. I have Mage Hand.
Julio.
I do.
Amazing. I'm like, Julio,
So Kesh is like,
again.
mage hand anyone? No? Okay, alright, fuck. And then Julio mage hands
Just
it
uselessly clanging.
just as she tries to. Yeah, chopsticks.
I was prepared to go fishing with lightning lure. I don't think it works like that.
Julio
I got my
plucks the
little
thing out.
mousy Gerbine mage hand.
What does it
plucking
look like?
And putting it in front of Kesh. Like a little Gerbine hand, but it's made out of bark, so it's like
Yeah.
woody.
Love it. Yeah, cool. And Julio, you float the gemstone to you or to Kesh?
To Kesh. Like,
Okay.
here you go.
Yeah, Kesh. You have
Oh,
a black gemstone.
Cool. I would like to examine it.
Magically or just physically?
I learned identify.
You
I could
did,
just-
but
Ron
you
did
need to
do that.
touch. You need to touch for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Ron is
touch
above
the
offers.
evil zombie gem.
Yeah. I'm not one down to turn down a free identify to stop me, rolling.
I mean, are you going to cast a free one or are you going to do 10 minutes?
I've got a free one. Wait a minute. We've got a fight coming up, maybe. It's a level 1 spell. Fuck it.
He is a rune knight. Modest pickle.
I will inspire Bron. She's like, okay, look very carefully and maybe don't lick it. I licked my evil eye once. It didn't taste great.
It was last time, last session.
Just so
What?
you know, there are no rolls involved in
Yeah,
identify.
No, it's
Yeah,
just
I know,
he now
but
knows.
I know
Yeah.
you're gonna touch it, and if it's gonna touch it
Oh.
instead
Oh,
of
okay.
concentration saving
Valid, valid. Yes, because
I-
it is a wisdom
I
save.
will stand close to him too.
Great.
Hey, Bron, make a wisdom save.
Great.
Oh my god, I'm a genius.
And
You
add
actually
plus
just
3.
you actually just reminded the DM.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Julio,
But
you're
no,
a
valid
genius.
point. Completely valid point. Thank you for reminding me. It's because I'm making things up.
No. Okay. Wait.
So I
that's on
honestly
strength,
wasn't
okay.
expecting the Wakewyrm stomach to be visible.
Wisdom save, was it?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
I will need that because I'm at -1 for my wisdom saves.
But you also have +3 from Coral, right?
So 14.
Coral's Paladin Aura.
So
And I
yeah,
might as well use the inspiration, right?
you
If
might
I've
as
got
well
Yeah.
use the inspiration.
Yeah.
The D8, isn't it? Yes, it is. We did this
Yeah.
before.
Yes.
So why not? +7.
Seven.
Oh,
21. Yeah.
21.
I will tell you that you did pass the save. As you
Thank you.
reach
Why do you
out,
say it in such a cagey way?
because I don't like telling you that, like, I don't like giving away what the DC of that particular save is, but 21 is enough. So, yeah. It is a good combination, Modest Pickle. It also makes a lot of sense, particularly for this character. That's what's been quite fun about these characters when they have multiclass. Like Julio was 6 levels of Rogue before he multiclassed a Bard, which isn't a particularly awesome combo, like just as statted, but Julio, it works really well. And we actually homebrewed Julio a bardic subclass specifically for him and his backstory. Bron, Artifighter is a really good combo anyway, but Armorer, Rune Knight just makes sense, particularly as it's his whole job and things. Cash recently multiclassed to Rogue with just for a single level because she leads the spy organization, and it wouldn't have made as much sense a long time ago. Coral is a brand new character as of like 2 sessions ago, and is a 50-50 Pally fighter mix, which is also a really good combo, but like we made her up pretty much on the fly as it was being discussed, and we were like, yeah, Cavalier Pally, Cavalier Vengeance Pally, I think, is just really awesome combination. And they're going to
I
need
went
help.
with Watcher, but that was
Watcher.
arbitrary, so...
Interesting. Samurai would also work for Bond. Oh, that could be fun. We were also talking about maybe Echo Knight was the other potential, but Samurai would also be fun. He doesn't do a lot of melee.
I mean, shouldn't. I get carried away because I like it.
Because it is
But
fun.
I shouldn't be.
You know that meme image with the white girl on the couch and all the black men lined up behind her? It's Julio on the couch and like 8 bronze.
I see. Interesting.
Okay.
Just need to be able to cast Simulacrum. And
Yeah.
have enough.
and clone.
Yeah.
So, yes. Bron, you cast Identify on this weird little black gemstone. The thing, it tells you, obviously it is necrotic. You don't even need to tell me that. It is, what you have here is a shard of Deathplane.
Ooh.
Ooh, hey, Julio, don't put this in your eye hole.
You think?
No promises.
Why am I not surprised that that has to be said to you?
I'm adventurous. What do you want from me?
Here's the Pope.
Don't put it in
I'm the
any of
Pope.
your holes.
All right. Spoil
Yeah,
sports.
let's not put any death plane items into any orifices as a general rule. I
It
just
doesn't
feel like
have a
that might
flared
be
base.
sensible.
Oh, yes.
That will stop me.
I have jewelry tools.
Oh no. Yeah.
Change this.
So, yeah, it is from looking at it, it is a gemstone. It is exceptionally hard. You would probably guess it's a diamond, but it is a black diamond comprised mostly of death plane, like the physical matter of the death plane. In terms of beyond that, what does Identify specifically tell you? Like exactly what the thing is, or
I don't know I've ever needed to be this specific about Identify. This is great, because that means there might be something hidden here.
Yeah.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout casting the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any.
okay.
You learn whether
it
any
has-
spells are affecting it, and whether it was created by a spell.
Okay, it is it has one charge. It has already been expended for the day. When inserted into a dead creature, it reanimates them as a servant of the death plane, but technically also the person who put it in the thing.
Would you say it's particularly valuable?
Yeah, probably. But, like, only to somebody who would, like, who you really probably shouldn't sell it to. Like,
Okay.
morally, selling that sort of thing.
I can think of a few like closeted necromancers who'd love to get their hands on that.
That sort of person, yeah. Like, anybody who is prepared to pay you enough to like, the value of this thing probably shouldn't have it. But Bron may
Is
have less
that
scruples about that.
For you to be holding.
Just a second. Actually, this is probably what Bron's doing as well, looking through his stuff.
Bron, you
Ooh,
would also
there
know
it
you
is.
could load this into the boomstick, absolutely.
Boomstick, yes, but I wonder if I can make a homunculus out of it.
A death
Ooh.
plane homunculus?
Roll an intelligence check. Save, but it's a check. Because you'd be proficient with this particular... Let's say Arcana.
Ooh, okay.
You know what? I think I've just traded Eric being exasperated with Coolio for Coral being exasperated with Bron, because
With everyone, I think.
because well, for this particularly, Eric would be fucking into the idea of making a death plane homunculus.
Yeah.
A homunculus that's friendly to me and my companions. I'll
Wait,
take it.
call it despair, because we had hope.
Ah! Oh!
Despair.
Oh!
That's
Who's
cool.
Hope? What are you talking about?
I thought the thing had to be valuable, but it doesn't say so on my sheet. And I rolled a 19 plus 5, which is 24.
24. Bron, you could absolutely make a homunculus with this. It would be like a flesh golem sort of thing.
I'm not necessarily, but that's very interesting information.
Also, no, well, yeah, the big trick would be severing the control connection between the death plane for it to be a homunculus for you.
Yeah. Look, it was an idle fancy. I'm not planning on doing it, but
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it being like, could I?
Yes, is the answer. Upsettingly, yes.
Kesh is like, do I need to confiscate this?
Yeah.
It's making me nervous.
So,
Paul is holding her sword up over it.
it is
Do we need
technically
to destroy this?
Bron, it is inert. Like, it's not capable of doing anything on its own.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Look, unless we stick it into something dead, it's not going to do anything.
Unless, well, has Bron shared that information?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think Bron is cunning enough not to.
Yeah.
I think as he realizes it, he says it out loud. Yeah. And then Bron will say, look, I don't know if we can destroy it, but we probably shouldn't leave it for other people to find. Maybe?
Oh no, absolutely not. It's coming with us. It was more how nervous should we be about carrying it around?
May I try?
Oh,
To
destroy
destroy it.
Oh,
You could try.
Yes.
I'm not asking you, DM.
I
I'm
was just-
asking the other character.
Yeah.
I
don't
wanna...
want you to tell me if it's wise or not.
Look,
Is it going to damage things around us? Should we maybe do it off the pier?
This is
unclear.
probably
I mean,
the
do we need
safest
to
place in
destroy it?
town.
it's currently inert.
How long will it be inert for? Forever? Do you know that?
Oh, as long as we don't stick it in anything, it'll just
I'll do my best not
be...
to. I do have a question. Is it man-made? Is it
No.
made by something or someone?
It was made by the Death Plane.
Okay. My issue is this. We assume that this is done by the dragon, right? Did dragon consciously kill the Wyrm that put that thing in?
Or does it do it to everything?
Or, yeah, like, is this a conscious choice of a servant? Or is this fucking anything it kills will be like this?
You have other examples of things that maybe had the same thing done to you nearby.
I was just gonna say, there's a bunch of fishies here.
Yeah. We should...
I would like to hack open a fish, please.
Someone
yeah.
lightning lures a fish out of the water and then you hack open its stomach. Make me an investigation check. Everybody who's doing it, but Kesh.
Kesh is gagging.
Oh, I will do
not
investigation
me.
as well. Yes.
Not Bron.
We're all just fumbling around in the dead fish.
Investigation.
I'm not
19.
investigating. I'm just
5.
From Kesh. Fuck.
Kesh is too busy gagging to effectively search the fish.
Julio, did you
19?
investigate? 19. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. If Julio has a look around, I mean, you all have a look through. You do not find any little gemstones in the fish.
Maybe they
Okay.
just need a rock for bigger animations.
Maybe.
The question is why?
Because it's a stinky dragon from the Death Plane. I mean,
Right, but what is it looking for in this area? Why did it, after killing the Wakewyrm, made it into a zombie and make it come here? Why?
We don't know
buy
what
it
kind of
time?
intelligence it has. It may have been natural to it. I hate the fact that I have said that word in regards to this aberration. It may have been instinctual. But
You
we
recall
all know
that just
that there are many magical items of all sorts that have found their ways to the bottoms of the ocean. So, presumably, it may be seeking some of the more powerful ones out.
you recall that this thing was dead until a roar came from
Yeah.
across the ocean. So, yeah,
Yeah.
this was a
Was just
deliberate
about to-
activation.
I was just about to mention that. We heard a roar before these things animated. Do you think that means there's a connection between the beast we're hunting and that stone? And if so, do you think that you could reverse engineer it to help us track it?
Ooh.
Be fun. I thought you were going to say to, like, damage it. But yes, track it also. Fun. I also wonder if maybe, if it's a roar, if it's an audio thing, if we have a whole bunch of noise and the gems can't hear the roar, maybe it will stop a bunch of things coming to life.
Yes, put it surrounded by with soundproof foam.
Yeah. But look, hey, I would have a lot of fun seeing if I could reverse engineer this.
I'd rather you not have fun, but if you can do it, then splendid.
Why not? Why not have fun? Adventuring is supposed to be fun. Otherwise, we'd be all fucking depressed like Eric.
She makes no comment and
What
has.
would we call Eric depressed?
Well, he has. Oh, we don't know that. We don't know he's lost hope.
He's literally lost
To
hope.
my mind, he looks pretty fucking sad and tired, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a fucking pope.
Yeah, but is he like weighed down by the weight of the world or genuinely
Yes.
kinda
That.
okay?
Anyway, he's having a nap, and that's okay. The question is, what's our next step? I propose we swing by Petra's. She's very smart, and she would give us some information about what actually happened when this thing was here. Maybe she would even help us figure out what this thing is, because she's a merchant. She sees a lot of things happen every day.
Is likely to have a workshop for Bron to work into.
That is true. And we need a short rest. I'm so tired.
If we can turn it into some sort of compass, that would be amazing.
That would be.
Oh, yeah. To find the death plane influence closest to, that's pretty fucking baller.
That's pretty fun.
You go see Petra. Coral, just before you leave, you do catch out of the sight, out of like the corner of your eye. Yeah, I imagine you've probably been looking for it. A little puffin child has sort of snuck back, and you just see some eyes and the tip of a little orange beak poking out from around the house as people begin to come back and sort of like congregate around, and oh my goodness, and wow, what a smell, and wow, what amazing heroes, and yeah, there is a fair amount of "Hey, everybody, and there's a good old then several Coast Guard come in and say, nothing to see here, nothing to see here, everybody make like, well, let's just gonna, we've all seen a dead Wakewyrm before.
In that second that they get between themselves before everyone else comes in, Coral just shoots her a look, which is like, you better get the fuck home right fucking now, or I will tell your mother,
That's a stupid.
and I won't protect you from her this time.
And the eyes go wider and then just runs off. I'm going to make an insight check for Angharad. Angharad got an 18. Angharad correctly understands Auntie Coral's instructions and buggers off. And you guys go to see Petra as a sergeant of the Coast Guard come along and say, Colonel, what's going on?
Well, the dead Wakewyrm was briefly undead, is now dead again, hopefully more permanently this time. Ditto the fish. I would strongly recommend eating none of it.
Yeah, right, okay. We'll get some, we'll
Maybe toy out to sea or something, then he hose down
he's
the
like,
dock.
grab a couple of nets and some dinghies. Yeah, not fun. Thank you very much, Colonel. No, sorry, that sounded sarcastic. Thank you, Colonel. That was really well executed. Spear's reputation precedes it.
She's like, yeah, I missed a whole bunch of times and it didn't really help much, but thank you.
Cool. You go and see Petra. Avast, mateys! Julio! Petra kind of grabs you in one arm and like gives you a bit of a noogie. Petra is a Marin raptor and quite a large lady. By raptor standards, raptors aren't particularly large, but she has the appearance of an albatross, her appearance has changed a little since the last Julio saw her. She is now dressed a little bit sort of fancier. She wears a tricorn hat now, with a small feather perched in it, and a doublet, with a little, what's the neckerchief thing that comes out the top? It's not a tie, you know. The Yeah,
Cravat?
that thing. A cravat, thank you.
Cravat,
Yes.
yeah, cravat.
Yeah.
So is she a Vulpin? I forgot.
She's an albatross.
Albatross.
raptor.
Yeah, right.
A raptor. A seabird raptor.
Petra, you don't need to put the voice on with us, please.
Oh. Alright then, Coral. Nice to see you too.
How are you doing, Petra? I haven't seen you in such a long time. It feels
Yeah,
like forever.
good, matey. Business is booming, and I'm actually running for mayor.
Oh,
Ooh, exciting.
look
Yeah.
at you go.
But I feel
Well,
like
though.
that's not what you're here for, though. You know, if you need any help, like any visible help that I can say I gave you, for example. Not that I wouldn't like withhold it anyway, but like, yeah, if I can help, let me know. What do you need?
Well, we were hoping to track it somehow.
Yeah, alrighty. So you're going to be wanting to know about the beastie. How much did Ferris tell you?
Yeah. Not a lot. It went north.
Just real
Right.
quick, would I know who her competition is? man.
Probably not.
Okay.
There'd be a few.
Yeah, cool.
But unless how close? The thing is, I think she's very close with her family, but I don't think she sees them very much. So yeah, like values her family, but isn't super duper always there.
My headcanon, which I'm only just now communicating to you live on air, is that I think that Petra is Coral's ex-girlfriend.
Ooh, I hecking love it.
Ooh, sausage.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would make Coral more inclined to like keep an ear out for Petra-related stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm just curious. But
I love
anyway.
this. Let us say the relationship ended relatively amicably, just sort of incompatible lifestyles,
Yes.
and definitely belief structures. Petra is quite mercenary. Coral
Yes.
is the exact opposite of that. Childhood friendship.
Yeah.
Teen.
If they were both raised,
They grew up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage friends, early 20s relationship, but nah, we both decided for mutual reasons, no, probably best not. Amicable, but not friends.
I went to Bible camp. She went to.
She became a
pretend to
pirate.
be a pirate
Yeah.
day.
Nice.
Julio did both, weirdly.
Double timing.
Yeah. The act sort of dies back, but she's if anything, the pirate.
And the Bible camp.
If anything, the pirate accent isn't the act. She's trying to, like, she would have been putting on airs and graces for being a mayor, but her real voice is more the pirate, really. But yes, she probably would have, when you walked in, she was like, "Ah, Julio, lovely to see you." And then you would have told her, "No, knock it off." And she goes, "All right then, matey, how are you?" The voice drops down
Either way,
half
it
an
ends up
octave
as
too.
Australian.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to maintain without
No,
throwing in
I
actual
love-
pirate words.
I love it.
Cool. All right. So, what can I do for you, mates?
We probably gonna need some kind of workshop and or any expertise you may have on the gem that we found, and that may or may not be reanimating creatures.
Reanimating creatures. Okay, you've lost me. I'm good on gems. Do you mind if I take a little goosey?
Do Bron quickly checks with.
I don't need to touch it, and I don't really want to. But I can
that's
look at
fine.
it.
Yeah, sure.
By all means.
Josh is fine for Petra to have a look at it.
She goes, "Ooh, that's a spicy meatball. All right. Um,
That's her true accent. That's a spicy meatball.
Meatball of Petra.
no, that's the inhabitants of
My
Rome,
name is
Georgia.
not Petra,
Thank you."
it's Pizza pasta.
Yeah. She goes, "I mean, it's obviously magical. You'd probably fetch just a diamond that size in black, 5,000 gold pieces, even if you didn't tell someone it was magical. If you did, I don't know if it would actually make it more valuable, to be honest, just differently. So what Ferris didn't tell you, because he can't have, because he didn't see the damn thing, too busy organizing his bloody crossbows, was that the beastie is pretty large, 60 odd feet long, head to tail, with a wingspan maybe a little bit more than that. Hard to make out though, like precise details, because it was like watching a fog cloud. A fog cloud that flew, you know? The creature
Watching
had...
shadows dance with fire.
That's far more poetic than I'd have put it, but yeah, exactly. Large sail-like ridge down its back I could definitely make out. It looked like for a minute it had 3 wings, and then I realized what it was. And it kind of looked like it might have fins on its legs.
Or the
Hard
bird to swim with.
Well, yeah, that's, yeah. But the thing was, yeah, just made of shadows, dark. I would have said, kind of glittery scales. I definitely think it's like reptilian, but, yeah, shiny scales, but in black.
Aren't
And
you
this
all
fits-
so glad you've
this
had
fits
practice
the,
fighting when you can't see?
Yeah, this description really fits what I've been fighting before, right? So it's like similar thing.
Similar. You wouldn't have said the scales on the last one were like shiny. More sort of dull, actually. The one you fought.
What about the third, the like fin down the back?
No.
Or the fins on the, yeah.
No fins. Okay, interesting. And the size-wise, if
Bigger.
I explain how large
Definitely
that was,
bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one? This one's
Oh,
bigger.
this one
This
is
one.
much bigger.
Bigger.
And Coral saw it when she came through. This matches the thing you saw.
I thought, yeah.
Or
Did I
you
say
kind of
all
got
of
it. No, you got. I think you guys got there. No, the timeline was the Wildwood Brigadiers got there first, and then the Wizards managed to catch up shortly afterwards with you. You saw the destruction it left in its wake, but you didn't actually see this thing. But the descriptions the Wildwood Brigadiers gave match this as much as they could give a description. Yeah. Petra speaks in racial stereotypes. Yeah. She goes, "Sorry, we haven't been introduced, mate." And puts out a hand to Bron.
Bron, lovely to meet you.
Oh, Bron Hydecraft.
Yes.
From Espinora. Julio talks in his sleep, and also while he's awake. Often unstoppingly. But yeah, I heard a lot of great stories about you, mate. You pulled his ass out of the fire a couple of times. Good on you.
I mean, he's got the same for me. Yeah.
Well,
Do you have dreams about Braun?
No.
Who doesn't? Let's be honest.
I am such a mysterious guy, and I don't.
the dream sounded like it involved tea
Ah.
and Kren. And Kren.
This is not important. This is not important. We need to focus on dragon killing.
Oh,
Yes, tell us
dragon,
about
is
the
that what it's called? Yeah, if you need to use the workshop, Julio knows where it is, at the back.
Yep.
You're very welcome to. You guys look a bit beat up. Do you need any potions or anything? I can maybe fix you up a little bit.
That would be lovely. Maybe
And
also
give you obviously the staff discount at the bare minimum, you know.
Maybe let us use some of your couches in the back. A bit of a sit down.
A bit of a sit down. Tell you what, I'll even throw in dinner. So she bustles around the kitchen making you guys lunch while you guys have a short rest. Yeah.
Do you have a vessel that we can use to follow the damn thing?
Julio does.
I do. I told you I have a ship.
Ooh,
Yeah, but it can't submerge.
The dragon's not. The dragon's probably on the land. The dragon is going into the water, but is definitely coming back out of it.
Has anyone we've spoken to told us that?
Yes. Ferris said he sent scouts out, and they saw it diving into the water, but it was always coming back to the land.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will help Petra with the dinner because I have a chef feat,
You
so
do?
I get us more like bang for our buck in terms of
Yep.
HP.
So Petra comes back with Julio and Lunchables, and on the tray, she says, "If you guys are going after this thing, and it looks like you are, you might need this." And she puts out a vial of potion. She says, "This one is free of charge because you're friends." And she hands it to Coral. Coral, this is a potion of angelic reprieve.
Ooh.
Does that mean anything
is
to me?
It will restore your spell slots back to full.
Is that the one where you fall asleep and then wake up and you have your spell slots back?
Functionally, it's a long rest in a bottle.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Hey, Shanahouse.
Okay.
That's really
And
cool.
she gives it to you.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "I've only got the one,
so
I'm
so
afraid."
fuck me, I guess.
She's like, "If you want to buy some she's like, "Oh, Julio, you're the toughest of the lot. Surely, I didn't think you'd need it."
Yeah, you did just
Okay,
burst out
okay.
from inside of a Wakewyrm.
That's true. I sure did. Oh, Petra, did you know that I'm like a religious figure now? I'm a pope.
Dude, why do you think we're chatting? I need to have a word with you about the possibility of the religion of the Older Heart making its way to Old Soltar's Point, but unfortunately, I can only really help sort of engineer that if I get elected mayor. So you and I need to have a chat.
Petra.
What?
See, no, I like it.
I'm just
I
trying to
like
help
it.
the spirituality of my constituents, but I don't have any constituents yet. So when I do,
You have my vote.
yeah,
Julio get to vote.
not
Well, I
in
have a
Soltar's
vote
Point,
here.
but
My boat can vote. My
But
boat
if-
lives here.
One vote per vote.
Theoretically, you were
That's
a
the
resident at one point.
So you guys have a short rest. You can roll your dice and everything.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can buy potions off her. She'll give you a 10% discount for
cool.
like healing potions and stuff. But yeah, she's only got one of angelic reprieve.
Anyone who's doing a short rest, please keep in mind that you also get an additional 2d8 from me. One from a chef feat and one from
Song of Rest.
Song of Rest.
Is that only if we roll a hit die?
Yes.
I think so, yes. Like whenever you do short rest, so yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't actually take any damage, so.
Oh, sorry, I'm lying to you. 1d8 and 1d6. Song of
Yeah, I
Rest
thought
is
it was
1d6.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, anybody who's doing that. Bron can use his short rest to do this investigation-y, situation-y. Cash probably working with him on that. The two of them
Is there
sort
a
of...
potion of increased accuracy?
Not that you could afford. I think...
Just
trying
a
to
thought,
remember.
just a
Yeah,
thought.
it would be expensive, though. There probably is. So, Bron and Kesh working together to craft an item.
A magical compass, I suppose.
Yeah, a black magic compass. I'm going to throw this to you. How do you go about doing it? Kesh is... I mean, Bron is doing, obviously, most of it. Kesh is just sort of scrounge crafting elements to assist. While Julio
Yeah, I
makes
can scrounge craft. I've got mending.
breakfast food for lunch.
Hash
Can I
browns.
kind of like hunter, like, can I like imbue it with like
Ooh.
Hunter's Mark or something?
Cash, if you are prepared to burn a first level spell to put Hunter's Mark into it, then yes, you that is absolutely.
I am absolutely prepared to do that. Yeah.
Very well.
That's really cool.
Bron, make me a crafting check, which is I think you're
Right.
absurdly good at now.
Would I have to? I would be using tools.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So that's 4 times my proficiency bonus.
Wow.
Just so it's a plus 16.
For those who aren't actively doing things, I've just put in our chat the potions that Josh gave us for a
Oh,
single
yeah, we have
session
all the-
before Eric fell unconscious, which presumably he had on his person, which you guys easily could have looted.
Yeah.
Limited invulnerability.
So
Yep.
I just flat rolled a 10. I don't know if you wanted me to add
10
skills
plus
or anything, but
16.
10 plus 16.
Yeah, 26. So yeah, Bron, you manufacture out of well, what does it look like? What do you do? You burn Cash's Cash sort of puts a hunter's mark and you sort of put it into this thing. Please describe. I can, but I'd rather you did it.
Okay, give me a second to see. Yeah, okay, cool. So, what you see is basically the combination of 2 different approaches. There's like the life magic going on that Bron normally works with. There's a lot of vines and like things that kind of grow around the crystal and help to point it out. But also there is a bit more to do with storing life magic in specific cuts and shapes in the crystal itself. And in runes. So whilst he's kind of tapping away at it, he's carving stuff in and then filling it with life magic, and using that sort of like a lattice to shield it first of all from any kind of roar, so it doesn't change back. But then also to give it, so it's kind of like a connection blocker, except for 1 point, and then he houses that in something that can rotate around. So wherever the closest connection is, it just points to it like a magnet.
You are in a shop that sells nautical stuff, and salvage as well. So, perusing the shelves, you find a broken ship's compass, which is mounted on a gimbal. So it always stays flat. So you can hold it, and wherever it is pointing, it can sort of swivel in 3 dimensions. So yeah, you bind it into this, and then Kesh binds a hunter's mark onto the gem itself.
That's got runes. So I've made rune.
And then you set the stone into the runes with a final smite with your little hammer. A gemstone hammer. I'm thinking it's not a boom, it's a tap. There is a flash, and Bron creates a death compass. This magic item will point at the nearest large concentration of death magic.
Nice.
Which hopefully
It's the fucking dragon.
and not some other random fucking thing.
Yeah.
If it's not, we have a
Imagine.
bigger problem.
Yeah.
This will take us to the biggest problem.
What's the radius? What's the radius in which it works?
The max range is... it'll give you very specific within 6 miles. It'll give you general within 100.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. 100 is a
While
long
they-
way.
Within 100, every edge of the compass goes black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Let it, because 100 is a huge radius. Let's say 30 miles is the
Yeah.
larger range.
While they do that, and Petra and Julio cook things, can I have a very short conversation with Petra?
You certainly can.
Okay. While I'm cooking up hash browns with her, I'm gonna say, Coral, huh?
Oh, mate, ancient history. You were. This was after you. Like, this was before you and I even hung out. Like,
Yeah.
like I've mentioned her. Surely I've mentioned her. In
Yeah,
passing, you know,
it's just-
when sharing old sea stories.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, can she be trusted?
That one is so on the straight and narrow, I'm surprised she can find her way around corners.
Well, that doesn't help us much because our path is very winding.
Oh. Well, look, Coral and I haven't been close in a long time, but if you're doing what she believes to be right, like morally, and you're not getting in her way, you're probably fine.
The thing is, I don't know what she thinks is right. She
Well,
doesn't really say.
She seems to be very much under the impression that killing the dragon is right.
Yeah. I suppose for now we are on the same side.
Yeah. Vaya, have a lovely afternoon. I hope you get better soon. Take care.
And about your idea of bringing all the heart religion in here, I would be very much up for it.
I know it does sound very mercenary, and I like, but I also like anything that can turn the ear of Julio Switchgear toward religion. I'm interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. That tree is.
Is there anything
a
that
thing.
we can do to help you in your mayorship? Aside from killing the other participant, I'm not sure that's gonna look good.
No. Coral wouldn't stand for that unless you and the colonel came back on the quiet. No, honestly, I don't think it's a done deal yet, but why don't I see if I can organize prior to the election if I was seen to be promulgating the faith of Alderheart in an active way, why don't I, if you're free in the next week or so, come down and I could host you a sermon, maybe. Have some interested individuals come over, you know, maybe a little prayer meeting, you know, a little book binding, whatever.
Yeah, a little Bible signing with the
Yeah,
Pope.
yeah. Have you got a
how about
spiritual text?
I'll figure something out.
Julio gets
Okay.
a cookbook.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, that'd be so pog.
I think this is upsettingly close to the way religion used to be done.
What do you mean used to be?
I mean like the Borgia popes, you know, that sort of.
What do you
Okay.
mean used to be?
I think it was a little more clandestine before.
Can't have been that
let's-
clandestine. He's in Assassin's Creed.
Oh, true. Yeah. Book of
Let's
Hash
do
Browns,
this.
chapter 3.
We go and kill the dragon.
Yeah.
If we are successful, we bring the dragon's head or something back and say, "Huzzah! We won! You're safe!" And also the Pope was there. He's pretty cool. And maybe someone get interested.
Makes it a better sell. I mean, you did just kill a Wakewyrm with everybody watching. There was the whole place is essentially
I
a
did
giant
just burst
amphitheater.
out.
You did literally, and I did see that. Look, from a ways off, but I did see it. I had my spyglass, and clearly the tree has given you something.
That's true.
So, and I mean, yeah, like I say, the whole city is basically one giant amphitheater looking down into the place where you did that. There weren't anybody nearby, and just as the DM pointing this out, there wasn't anybody like within danger range, but there were literally thousands of people watching.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Y'all
I should have said something
celebrities.
cool like, by all the heart I smite thee. I should have. I will
No,
workshop it for
no,
next time.
because you don't want to over-egg the pudding, my friend. You, of all people, would know. You don't want to over-crust the hash brown.
That's true. All right. Well, I'm glad to have you on our side.
Speaking of which, you know it's been diving, right? And you guys...
Yes.
You're saying this as you guys come back in with the food. My guess is there's probably somewhere between 5 and a dozen shipwrecks nearby that could potentially contain not just, like, treasure, but magic treasure.
Yeah.
Scops,
Do you have water
towards
breathing?
the end of his problematicness, was not that interested in the stuff he was taking. He was more interested in the beastie he was killing it with. So, yeah, it's hard to, because there's not a lot of records, but best guess, there's a lot of potential things that it might be diving for. I'm no expert in the magic item trade, but yeah, there's a lot it could have been going for.
So, in your potions, do you have like water breathing and such,
Oh.
so we can
Yeah,
safely go in?
yeah. If you want to. My impression is it's up on the land, though. But I can hook you up with some
What do you
water
think,
breathing
Gang?
ones if you want. As I recall, one of the
You keep yes, but Cora doesn't know that.
Yeah.
You're all Julio. You've said proudly several times you're adventurers. I thought that adventurers all have a hoard of potions on them at all times.
We do have some potions that we took from our friends in Conscious Body. And
Classic Julio.
I think we
Why don't the three
know...
of you distribute those appropriately, and then we can fill in the gaps?
Well, we don't know what they are yet. I think we should check out, like, with identify and such. If
they
we,
do
if
all
we know
say what
are.
they do. Like, they've all got names on them.
Oh,
Not all of them.
yeah. I see, like, door.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Well, like most of them do. Red potion, large quantities of glitter. It says, it's got a label saying the limited invulnerability. Dark blue one with a key in it, labeled only door, brackets spray on. There's an
like
inhaler
dimension door,
style
maybe?
container with a wave pattern kind of scrimshawed onto it.
Probably not relevant to what we're asking about
Yeah,
right now.
probably not water breathing at all.
No. There's an orange one in a spritzer bottle that smells like gasoline and has what looks like whiskers floating in it.
Is it cat
Ooh.
repellent?
There's a potion, that one doesn't have a label on it. There's a potion labeled Mist and one labeled Mist. As in, one of them is the fog-like substance and the other is one that you didn't hit. Both are soft grey and have silvery particles floating in them. The labels on both are loose and look to have fallen off at least once. And then there's a potion of lightness, which glows softly. And that is labeled Potion of Lightness. And then there's
the green
4
one
potions
full
of healing.
leaves and seeds.
Yeah. Oh, and
I
one
think
full of
the
leads and
healing
seeds. Yeah.
potions.
Plant growth.
I think the healing potions we can safely distribute one each.
Yep.
And I think the wave potion looks very curious. Would this look like a water breathing potion to you, Petra?
Mate, I've drunk a few in my time. I normally drink them. An inhaler style thing. Maybe. It's a breathing thing after all. It's non-standard, certainly. Looks like something that might come out of probably out of the Tanglewild Woods, to be honest. Old Eliran style. They didn't like... They wrote with hieroglyphs rather than...
Oh, is that the
Written
place where
language.
we went to in
Yeah.
in our little
Espinora is
journey?
near there. It's the jungle next door. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. While we are like eating and catching up, Bron, can you check if this is a water breathing potion? If so, if we have at least one, that's pretty good.
Petra, any potions which may protect us against the encroaching forces of the plane of death?
Like necrotic resistance?
Yes.
Have a look. Can I get someone in chat to roll me a d4? Exclamation mark roll space the number 4. That is how many she has. 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
She'll sell them to you for 45 gold piece a pop.
Go Shanahan.
45. Hell yeah. So we can safely write in our shit. Everyone gets 1 healing potion and 1 resistance to necrotic.
Well, we
Yeah.
need to pay for that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
We can afford
I have
it.
money.
Does Coral have any
Yeah.
money?
Coral, let's say Coral has 100 gold pieces. But
Okay.
yeah, it's not a super wealthy lady.
Yeah.
Like,
Cash hasn't spent much money. I've got like 200 gold over here.
okay, cool.
Nice.
Well,
Bron?
I don't know how I don't know. Yeah.
200, but
Yeah.
maybe I won't say that fancy. Oh, it's probably a good idea. Let's spend $45. Why not?
Everybody drops 45 on one of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody gets a
It's
basic
tax
healing
deductible.
potion. It is tax deduction. It's a work expense.
Are we satisfied with the strength of these potions? They seem a little watered down.
Hey, what are you accusing me of?
No, not yours, Petra. The ones that you have. Gesturing to the others.
The weird ones with floaty things in them. Yeah, and bad.
No, not the. I mean those two, but the healing potions. They just don't seem like
They're
only
unusual
heal us for
colours.
1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they are. Yeah.
It's 1d4 plus.
Unusual.
Isn't that basic bitch healing, or is that 2d4 plus? No, it's 1d4 plus 1. It's the basic bitch healing potion, isn't it?
2d4 plus
Yeah, and I'm
2.
saying let's get bigger healing potions.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, you can.
I don't think 1d4 worth of healing is gonna necessarily
It gets you back up.
make a difference.
But
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2, you're fighting a dragon. You're either down or you're not, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm not gonna spend more money.
Like,
on-
it's a-
on
it's a- it's
healing
a-
potions.
One hit point, I don't want to die sort of situation.
I mean, yeah,
rather than
you have to go to a potion of
Genuine.
superior to really start
Cool.
getting, like, meaningful numbers.
It's
and
also
they're
a lob it
expensive.
at your dead friend sort of thing
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Basically wakes them back up.
Oh. Well, using potions as grenades is a Baldur's Gate 3 thing unless Josh allows it.
I would allow
Uh,
for a single point of healing. You don't roll, you just get 1 point of healing to just lie in it. But you still have to use the action.
Maybe that's something that we can set Bron on, making
will-
healing potion grenades.
I will also say that it would hurt them first.
Yeah.
They will take a point of,
Of course.
damage
Yeah.
because the potion glass breaks on them. So, if they have failed 2 death saves, they would die before they got healed.
Ooh.
So what you're saying is, don't throw potions at each other.
Yeah.
Drinking them is better than bathing in them.
Maybe don't.
How does that work? So my plan was I can deliver touch spells through my homunculus. So I was gonna maybe cast Cure Wounds through the shotgun. Is that a similar situation?
The
What,
barrel of
load the shotgun
next to
with
touch
a,
us.
a healing potion.
With a
Boom! Oh, God, it hurts so... Oh, I feel better.
It's a spell.
It's like...
It's like the bat of healing. Though.
Yeah, that's I was just like, it's the club of healing. It does, you do 1d8 damage and then 1d6 of healing. But you do have to take the damage first.
Look,
Um,
it's a moot point because the homunculus isn't here right now.
Yeah,
so-
no, the
I really
homunculus is currently
like-
hosting Raleigh.
I really like the idea that in a world where magic is commonplace and a magic focus could be anything, your magic
Shotgun.
focus is a shotgun.
It's a deep fryer with a shotgun.
With a shotgun, yeah, let's be fair. It's a deep fryer with a shotgun mounted on its side.
There's a LARP running here, which is a magic college one, basically, where people use whatever focuses they want, and one character has a cricket bat. Here's the job.
Nice. Cool. You purchase some potions, and she gives you a potion of angelic reprieve. How is Bron and Julio looking health-wise?
I'm almost to full.
Yeah, I rolled a lot of my hit dice and got back more than half of my health.
Okay.
I could do with another 30 or so, but
There isn't any particularly good reason to not roll your hit dice.
I checked, and once you've rolled some, I don't think you can roll more.
Oh, I've never rolled that. You can roll as many as you fucking
Yeah.
want.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, great. I will roll all the hit dice.
Also, this gives me an opportunity to make treats,
Yeah.
which can get additional temporary HP. So that's pretty nice. So I think everyone can
Just-
get in. Yeah.
I was just going to say, as a reminder, aid isn't temporary hit points,
Nope,
so
it
this
is.
can stack on top of that.
Yeah. Julio's temps, however, I mean, I think they disappeared when he burst out of when he got acided in the stomach, but in the
What
Wakewyrms'
temps?
tummy. But the temps, yeah. But yeah, recall that all of you have at least one casting of aid on you. Cash has two.
So everyone gets a little treat that gives them 4 temporary HP.
Oh. So everyone has 4 temps. Josh is the benevolent DM. Yes, Trollord.
Yeah.
Well, they're also about to go and fight a thing that I know what it is.
Oh boy. Oh
And
boy.
I don't want it to be a TPK because story. And I believe aid does stack.
Aid
yeah.
does stack, because
How-
it just increases your maximum hit points.
Yeah, how generous I am being is directly proportional to how fucked they are. Cool. Alrighty. Splendiferous. Is there anything else you want to do here, or shall we proceed? Because there's one more thing I would like to do before we end the session.
How much, sorry, were the necrotic resistance potions?
45.
I will get one.
Yeah. Everybody bought one, as I understand it.
Oh, yes, sorry, I already put that in then. Yeah, no, I got confused with it. Yeah, all good.
I am going to find a time after Julio has made hash browns and after Bron has made the compass, to just kind of take Julio aside a little bit, and say, Julio,
Yes.
I don't necessarily.
If this is about a dream, I'm sorry. It's sometimes, I can't control these things. So maybe I had a dream where we were naked and were drinking tea. I'm sorry, I can't control it.
That's not. It is sort of about a dream, but not that dream.
Oh, okay.
Petra mentioned a dream about tea and Kren, which
Oh.
is weird because I do remember a dream about Kren, but I thought it was a dream, and it did happen a long time ago. Have you had a dream about Kren?
Kren is the guy that we met and we talked to, right? Okay.
Kren is. You remember how when you were
The
kids,
The
you
bitch.
were in that
Yeah.
lighthouse, and
Yes.
the massive avatar of Kren, the enormous. Yeah, that. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that thing
that's
that
also
definitely
the guy
happened.
But we also.
Oh yes,
talked
that
to
you've also
Kren
met
with Cash.
more recently. Yes, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
The statue.
He was the
Okay,
one
so-
pretending to be Titan.
Yeah.
Yes. So, did we tell you about when we went to actually meet Kren and we talked to him?
Yes.
I think so. I remember yelling, not yelling at, but
Yeah.
Having
you
feelings,
mentioned, telling Kren your plans, and it just was.
Okay, well,
idea.
yeah, but not our smartest hour. But yeah, that wasn't the first time I had a brush with Kren. So remember when we were kids, right? We were dreaming in that lighthouse.
Did that happen though? I thought that was a dream.
Well, it was a dream, but it was a real dream that we all had together. We went in like the dream plane for it.
Huh.
Did you just assume that it was just like a hallucination dream that we had?
I don't know. I think there's something weird going on with my memory about that. I can't remember bits. Like.
Okay. Can I roll religion, maybe, or arcana or something to see if this is like normal or he's like cursed or something? Like traveling to the dream plane.
If you're trying to determine if he's cursed, it will be Arcana. If you're trying to determine if this is a religious thing, then that's a different check completely. I would start with a history.
History. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, 16.
16. Julio, you remember Bron was a bit... Bron came out of that experience... I mean, you all came out of that experience changed a bit. But Bron, I think the difference was the most mucked. He all of a sudden was a lot more confident and a lot less like apologetic. He used to apologize when he didn't really need to, and he kind of stopped doing that at pretty much exactly that point. John, would you say that's accurate?
Yeah. I'd say he also maybe changed behavior, like he changed behavior a bit.
Yeah. And pretty much immediately after that.
Has Bron been Kren the whole time?
Oh my god. No. Okay, so, and remind me please, because it's been a while. When we were there, am I aware of the change that happened to Julio?
Remind me what change happened to Julio.
Well, it was about the eye or some bullshit. Like we all.
Oh, that
like,
he
lost
just straight up lost his eye. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my eye, right?
Yeah. So
I know
you're
that it
absolutely
happened in the
aware
dream.
that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that it happened in the dream, and it was immediately like.
And it happened in real
world.
life. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bron.
Like, what
So
did that one
remember
cost
when
him?
we
Oh, his
had.
eye. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking. Remember when we were there, and I lost my eye that day.
Yeah, vaguely. It's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah. So.
Julio,
I
it's weird
feel
as
like
heck that he can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly is happening to you, but I remember these things very vividly. I lost my eye. That was the price that I paid, and I honestly I never wanted to pry. You never talked about if you had to pay any price at all, but I think this is should.
I can't remember what I paid or why. Most of my memories before that point are, well, the memory of the dream is patchy, but it feels like something changed and I don't know what.
I know that sometimes people with clerical powers can restore parts of you that were damaged magically. Maybe we can try that when we're back home. Maybe we can give it a go. If someone modified your memory or made you forget things, maybe we can bring it back.
Yeah, maybe. I thought this was, I thought it was just a dream, which is so I wasn't really remembering things. But if you remember it clearly, then maybe something happened.
Yeah. Something definitely did.
You could always you could always send to Kiki or Kingsley, who were also there.
I would if I had.
I know.
the
You don't have any
for
spell
it,
slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just as a future thing. You could do that as well. We even could.
Yeah.
You could absolutely talk to Kiki.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when Kiki's carrying the player.
Be a lot
like,
easier.
yeah.
Don't ask Kingsley. He probably wouldn't want to talk about it
I
anyway.
can improv it.
Okay.
Just
I
call
mean,
Zach.
never watched any of those episodes.
I can't remember what Kiki sacrificed.
She didn't. Not all of you did.
Oh, I didn't? I probably didn't then if I don't remember.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. No. But Julio
Okay.
made a different play, as did Bron.
Bron, we need to figure this out later. Whatever it was, we'll find it out.
After the
Yeah.
undead dragony thing, yeah, just
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I didn't have any dreams about you naked for like a week now, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's like,
Is it
"Nailed
warm in
it.
here?
All work is done.
No, it's not. Petra.
Oh my god, yes.
No, she's not going alone with her.
Coral,
Petra,
it's good to see you again, though.
do
How
you
good
have an
is it?
oil that I can use to coat my sword?
Uh-huh, wink.
What
Like a
manner of oil?
holy oil.
Holy oil. Roll this myself.
Coaching swords
Um,
with your ex-girlfriend.
Any lubricant. She goes, I got oils for days, darling, but nothing holy. That's not really my wheelhouse. You might be able
Yes,
to
I
modify
remember.
something I've got, though.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. She has some oils of sharpness.
What does that do?
I don't know. I'm remembering a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 bullshit.
Yeah.
I would say.
Sharpness
I
is
effectively
+1,
why-
I think.
I think it adds a
I-
D4 to an attack roll.
Yeah, right. Basically what I want is, if possible, a way to temporarily make one of my weapons do radiant damage, so that I can actually be effective against this. Like, I know I've got smites, but for when I run out of spell slots.
Yeah. She's like,
Like,
have you
I'm
considered a
kind of
blessing?
holy, could I? Well,
like, I'm not obviously the person to give it, but we do have a very lovely temple here in Salters Point.
yeah, I was gonna ask, what do I know about the religious presence here?
It's strong. The primary focus is Altus, and Titan. They are more Titan worshippers than Ardea worshippers here, but Altus is probably, of the others, the main one. Though Gaspard has a strong following.
They're all part of the same pantheon.
It's
though,
all
right? They're
it's all the same pantheon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Rosalie, Red Panda Map Patch, younger sister of Ginger. Thank you very much, Bishop.
Ooh.
That's spicy.
Interesting.
Interesting. Rosalie and Gingerly.
I don't get it. Please explain.
And their father forthrightly.
Cool.
And their mother subtle.
If I could thumbs down a conversation, I would.
And their son Nip.
Nipply. It'd have to be nipple. Nipply.
Yeah.
Nipply. Alright, no, I'll give you a nipply, yeah. Succinctly,
I will-
fantastically, yeah.
I will look at Kesh, and say, do you think that we have time for a brief detour to the temple?
Define brief.
I'd allow it to be part of the short
Ideally-
rest. If you're not going to
Great.
be there for the... Yeah, that's fine.
In fact, instead, after that conversation with Petra, Coral just dramatically leaves. It's like she doesn't want to admit that Petra had an idea that she didn't think of. So, and I don't know if you added this or not, but there's a cloak of billowing in my inventory.
I did do that.
Yeah, great.
I
So-
did that because somebody specifically requested. I think you said throw in a cloak of billowing, and I'll do that now. Or no. You said if her mount can be a giant worm, I'll do that. But somebody,
Okay.
I think somebody specifically like added it. It was definitely something. It was an interaction. Yeah.
Yeah. In any case, I activate my cloak of billowing to dramatically leave my ex-girlfriend's shop.
Yeah. You do that.
I assume she's coming back.
So.
Give me 15 minutes.
Yeah, you go and talk to a priest. Got to see a man about a priest.
She's willing to give a donation.
Yeah, it would basically be a donation, 50 gold coins to bless your weapon that would switch its damage type. I would say it's not actually on your weapon, it's on you. They bless you. It is a priest of Rhea. Blesses you. The bonus damage from your strength is radiant. So whenever you hit something, it does 1d8 plus your strength. That plus your strength is radiant damage.
I appreciate that. I am dumb and don't want to have to be like, oh, this is slashing, this part is like, I would prefer like a flat, just change the damage type rather than me having to calculate it. Would that be possible?
That is a much bigger amount of damage, potentially, is the trick.
What if, can I just change the type to magical slashing damage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just so that, like, I'm not looking for vulnerabilities. I'm just
No.
looking
Okay,
for
very well.
not being worthless.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. He blesses you. I will say all of your weapon attacks for the next day are magical.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Thank you. May the Amaranthine guide us.
May the Amaranthine guide you, sister. Siri! Leave Guinea alone. Fucking rabbit. Alrighty.
Solemnly nods her head respectfully and then runs back to the party and then stops 10 meters outside and then
Catches her breath,
billows
dusts
her
herself
cloak
down.
and solemnly walks.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Love it. Cool. You guys begin to...
He's like Batman. Batman says, look over there, and then runs away.
Yeah. And then head out. The last parting piece of advice Petra gives you is, I don't know if you heard, but the roar only came from about 5 miles up the cliffs. You could sail there, but my point is, it would probably be quicker to walk. The cliffs are pretty inaccessible from the beaches along the line. You have to sail up nearly 20 miles before you can find an easy cove to climb the cliffs. I just walk. Probably be faster.
Remember catapult. Damn it.
Well, we can do better than walk.
Oh, all right then. Oh, yeah, of course. Wyrmothy.
Her name is Verity, and she is a distinguished young lady.
And you know that. True.
Wormothy was a naughty boy.
Wyrmothy was a different
He was
thing.
shitting on my couch. He was a naughty boy.
You do that. and you take off. You leave when normally. Let us have a little bit of a change of sound effects because. So here's my question. Do you do anything else in preparation, or are you gonna? Well, I will tell you what you see. Actually, let's do it this way. Come on, where's the thing? Oh, I know why. I'm looking for the wrong words. There we go. Where normally the tree cover would extend basically to the cliffs up here, you climb through the town and up to the cliffs. The cliffs are about 200-300 feet up. So you're well above the sea. The sea breeze is quite fresh and lovely. However, looking out northwards, the tree cover is definitely been. It's showing the signs of the presence of death magic in quite a wide radius. It's hard to, because you're on ground level. In fact, no, you're not. You're sitting on the back of a giant worm. But yeah, so from the back of this giant worm, you can like see the trees ahead are absolutely suffering in the sort of the area around this thing. Bron, following your compass, it is very clear that it is leading you directly into this patch of damaged and injured-looking trees, where normally the tree cover would extend basically to the cliffs. Here, the whole thing has been denuded. Apparently quite recently. Trees remain, but they are withered, diseased things. The branches hanging limply, boughs full of dry, brown leaves. Despite this, the light of the sun is still effectively held back from the ground floor. It is cool, but clammy. The air is thick and humid in here, where it shouldn't be, because there's a nice sea breeze, but the air is sort of stagnant within the trees. Cloying pools of brackish water gather along stagnant watercourses, the air around them thick with buzzing insects. Please make me perception checks.
Before we go further, this is something I wanted to do after we got out of Petra's place.
Oh, yeah.
Is just like put the potion up that she gave me to the other three and say, do any of you think that you could make better use of this than me? You make more versatile use of magic than I do.
I could certainly make some use of it. I don't know about better. I think maybe it would be good. You can heal people. You can get people up. I think that might be a better use. To refill.
Not with this, but it will let me bring.
It will recharge your lay on hands.
It's not a spell.
No, but this is a long rest in a bottle.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah, sick.
In that case, not for you.
It will restore any one of you to brand new.
Great. Okay. You know what? I takes you backsies. I chug it.
Good.
How much did you say you were missing?
Psych!
None now.
Oh, good.
Had a good old
Because I'm just
rest.
gonna lay on hands.
Yeah, save that for just a moment, I assume.
All right. Make perception checks as you ride the worm, Verity into the forest. We got an 11
I got a
from
10.
Julio, a 10 from Kesh, and a 9 from Bron. Great. Does anyone?
Well,
Very
that's
perceptive.
effective.
And Coral got a 5.
Jesus.
Dear God.
Hey, someone got inspirations from chat.
Isn't Kesh's perception like really good?
Plus
I
8.
did get
Yeah.
inspiration.
Roll
I
a
will
2.
do mine again. No.
Kesh, do you want to use your
Well,
inspiration?
what
or
is
you-
for a game of soldiers? Yeah, I'll burn my inspiration. Someone's got to perceive shit. 18.
Somebody.
Oh,
Nice.
thank God. All right. 18 is the number you needed.
Thank you, Tony, I think. Who gave me that one?
Yep, alrighty. So Corals and Keshes are gone. Good. Burn those off. Nice. Alrighty. Bron and Julio, and actually all 4 of you initially, and then Kesh kind of sees through it. You hear the tinkling of wind chimes. despite there being no breeze, a gentle, discordant melody that feels oddly calming.
Quick question. As a bard myself, I know a thing called anti-charm, counter-charm. Do I feel like this is a charming effect? Do I feel like someone's been fucking with us?
A little bit, but not. It's not an active thing. It's a passive thing. It is an illusion, not a charm.
Not a charm. Okay.
Hesh, it takes you a hot minute, and then you manage to sort of you realize that it's the noises are sort of distracting your brains, and you sort of blink your eyes and clear them, and you can make out up ahead, as if resolving from a heat haze, a huge jumbled pile of lumber, sporting occasionally identifiable ship elements, a bowsprit here, a mast there, portholes, decking, and rigging, somehow all muddled together to form a rudimentary castle. A cavernous entryway carved into its forward glacis, from which a stream sluggishly flows. The trees around seem to bow in honor of this edifice. But the sky above is still occluded by the branches. And I think we'll leave it there. Oh, and Kesh, it is where the sound of wind chimes is coming from.
Cool. Kesh thinks quietly that that's up there for one of the weirder things she's seen today.
My
Shipwreck
internet
Castle.
gave out during the cool ass description. Is it fuck you wacky dragon? What did we see?
You see, up ahead, as if resolving from a heat haze, a huge jumbled pile of lumber, sporting occasionally identifiable ship elements, a bowsprit, a mast, portholes, decking, and rigging, somehow all muddled together to form a rudimentary castle, with a cavernous entryway carved into the forward side, from which a stream is flowing sluggishly out. There you go.
It's like a layer made out of bits of ships. That's really cool.
And I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Guys, we are now going to do what we like to do at the end of our streams, our favorite moments, where we go around the table and tell everybody what they did well, because it was a pretty cool session with some interesting moments. So let us have a D5 rolled in chat, please, to determine who gets to go first. Exclamation mark, roll space, the number 5. That's a 4. That would be Kesh. Favorite Karen moments, everybody. I'm going to go first, because I can, and she's my wife. Aid. That was smart. It was a good idea. Got Bron back up, which he would have died if you hadn't. I will tell you for free, the Quippers would not have been merciful. Mm-hmm. I can see other he was the only target, and he would have been eaten.
Cool. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for the glory of the kill then.
Because the resurrection spell is expensive.
Yeah. Not to mention the crushing guilt.
I'm also not sure any of you can do it. Can Kesh resurrection? Julio's out of third level spell slots for the day. Can Kesh revivify?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Who can.
Eric.
It's
Oh,
Bron.
can Coral? Oh no, Bron can, but he's unconscious.
Yeah.
And Julio was tapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. And everybody told Kesh not to take Revivify because Eric has it too. And they were like, oh, we don't need everybody to have it.
Where's Eric now?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wonder who decided that?
Yeah.
Damn fool went unconscious
Triple redundancy
himself.
didn't seem to be that
Who
important.
decided to fuck off to the plane of death?
All of us, collectively.
All of you, except Julio, actually. Julio had no choice in the matter.
I had no choice.
No, that
was a
happened because
team
Daria
decision.
went on adventures in real life and needed to be written out, and that was the best way I could think of to do it, and it turned into a huge plot point. So that was my favorite Kesh moment. It was a really good idea. Other people flatter her.
I do. Again, my internet is being fucky wucky today, so maybe someone said it. But I liked the jump up and misty step on the roof.
That was
That
smart.
was
Oh,
really
yeah.
smart. I
Yeah.
was really impressed. That was good because, like, you didn't get a lack of opportunity. You just got a very good positioning, and for a ranger, mwah, perfect.
Yeah. When I got that map, I was like, that would be a really good spot, and I don't know if anybody's going to make it to it. And you immediately did. I was like, nice, well done.
I very much enjoyed the. I think it was the first shot you made straight to the eye. Like, Cash kicked ass. I think in this fight.
Absolutely.
It was
One
great.
time out
You
of
know,
one.
you used all the stuff that you've got. You definitely chipped away at it. It was great.
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised when you started saying, "Oh, I was useless in that fight," because I didn't.
You missed for a round, but
I thought Josh and Karen were like pensive and like, "Oh yes, thank you."
Oh, I'm back.
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, Josh is back.
my connection is unstable, which means Karen's is also unstable. But Karen looks to be more unstable than me. Because she is
Hey,
very
dude,
stable.
you can't just say that about your wife, man. not
That
live on
freeze
If I can't, who can?
Holding a dog, he does look a little unstable.
the slight head tilt.
She's about to flip out and kill someone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen, not Siri. I need that. Most of my emotional and mental health is bound in that dog.
Aha.
Oh, there
Hey,
she is.
she's
Okay.
back.
I'm back. Did I miss all my flattery?
Some of it.
I was just saying that I was surprised when you were saying that you were worthless in combat because I disagree.
I mean, you
It
killed
was
the
mainly
quickest.
just that round, right? I missed twice.
Hmm.
That kind of sucked.
Yeah, that does suck.
You should get the lucky feat.
Next level up,
Yeah.
she could.
It's a fun feat.
It is a fun feat, and I think it actually would work very well for Cash because Karen does roll very badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vacillate between like unstoppable goddess of death and screaming, crying, throwing up.
Karen favorite self, because everybody else has said those.
I'm just double checking.
Bishop Blood says, I didn't hit a damn thing, but thanks. I was like, you hit a whole bunch of fish.
Did electrocute the fish. That was
With
pretty-
one arrow.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
no one
nuking
else
the
is in
fish was
water.
pretty fun. Because I would have said the jumping and then misty stepping, but it's already been said. So let's go with electrocuting all the undead.
Electrocuting the
Ow,
fish.
Siri.
Very well. Then let us, I think that's all of the Karen moments, so let's, D4 please.
There's a Siri scratching on my lap, which means her claws are digging into my leg.
Oh, what fun.
Oh, you're lying down now. That's much better. Thank you.
She's had a very
So-
hot day.
The place that I now live in has 2 cats, and one of them is incredibly affectionate and loves making biscuits. The problem is with this weather we've been having, lying in underwear and singlet, she likes to make biscuits in my flesh,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
uses her claws. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, same with this bitch.
Yeah.
Same with this bitch.
she looks so
face.
guilty too.
It's like,
Your little face.
I regret
He
nothing.
knows.
So next up we have a 2, which is Daria. And Bishop Blood has jumped in before everybody else has said naked tea. I'm going to go, however, double down on this and say, Bron, I haven't dreamt about you naked for nearly a week now. So, yeah.
Progress!
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
jump
was
in
like,
before
how
anyone else
can I
can take
make
it and
this
say,
conversation even more awkward? You know, how do I make it the most awkward?
I'm jumping in before anyone else takes it and say, bursting out of the Wakewyrm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the perfect time to become twice your size. Or
Yeah.
like 8 times
For
bigger
the
than you were
first
before.
time.
Yeah. For the first time that everybody else could see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think
We're
anybody
not talking
commented
about
on
his
that.
penis.
That you see pretty often, I bet.
I
All
no
3
comment.
inches.
Oh,
Proud
Jeffy, that's
3
pretty big.
inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, proud, strong 3 inches.
Yeah. They,
Oh, that was
they
when he was
called
large.
him- They called him Tripod back at Bible Camp. Jerbean Bible Camp. My moment is probably immediately prior to the beginning, where Daria was completely unfazed by being swallowed because she knew what was going to happen next.
To the beginning, right?
Yes, because I watched at least part of that stream where you guys homebrewed that class, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember that shit of what powers Julio has. So yeah, I thought I knew it had something to do with the tree. I'm like, oh, is this thing gonna like have branches and roots emerging from it? But no, being large was also cool.
I mean, there were also like roots and stuff coming out of the hole, but it was mostly Julio. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I knew I would probably be throwing you for a loop when I had the conversation with you, but I was also like, Daria, I can handle this, and you did. And it was just great to be able to be like, cool, I can totally just bring up something that she doesn't really know what is going to happen, and it's fun to roll with.
I like the idea of us exploring the mystery of what exactly happened with Braun back then.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
One hell of a side quest.
That was that 3-part episode, that 3-part series was so cool. It was one of my favorite, like one of the first like really epic combats that I think like we've had. There's been a few, but that one was truly epic. And I just love being able to describe. They just a bunch of teenagers use the power of friendship to fight God. Was literally what happened, and it was not my intent to create that situation, but it absolutely happened. Daria, favorite self.
Favorite self. I mean, yeah, bursting out of the creature was very fun. And I honestly favorite self the fact that I was lucky enough to get a natural 20 on a strength save. Strength is my worst shit. If I didn't, I would be in the jaws of that thing with Coral's niece. Any hope for friendship would have been fucked at that point. So I'm just like, I dodged that bullet. Holy shit.
Yes. Excellent. Alrighty. Well, we need a D3, everybody. D3 in chat. How are you, Chuck? Good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Number 3. That's a 1. That means Bron, I think we're talking about. Fantastic.
Is it? Is it though? Is it?
Or is it the DM? Oh, no, that's right. I apologize. No, it's me. We're talking about... No one talk about John. It is my turn to be flattered.
Okay. I really like how you played Petra. And I really liked how you went immediately with Brendan's idea for them to be exes. That really helped, like, further the story and connect Coral to us even more, which is really cool. And I love that she's running for mayor. I'm like, oh, this is juicy. I love this. It's because these things really add to the verisimilitude of the world and the fact that people have their own lives and career choices. I really enjoyed that. That was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, similarly, it was never a doubt in my mind I wonder if Josh will say no to this idea of them being exes. And it was an idea that I had last session, but we didn't end up getting to meet
it yet. Yeah.
But yeah, just throwing yourself immediately into it. Was very fun. And helped to make me feel like this is my second time playing Coral. This is the place where she grew up in. I don't know anything about this place. And so that kind of helped my immersion a bit more as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have always really loved the places that we go and the descriptions of them. They always feel real, but also like I don't know. If I was gonna paint them, they'd be bright colors. Like I can picture them in my head. And like Dario was saying, there's a lot of like verisimilitude. Everybody's doing things and got their own concerns, and yeah, they just feel really real every time. And even the stuff that shouldn't be real, like a castle made of junk, I can see that in my head so well. And
I lack the skill to draw the damn thing. Like not because I actually couldn't, because I actually am a semi-decent artist, but with pencil and paper anyway. But I don't have the capacity to imagine it in that much detail. But I do have the broad strokes in my head of like it would take. I could probably, but it would take so freaking long. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, no. I love the shipwreck castle as an idea. It sort of came to me fully formed. I was like, ooh, that's neat. I love this.
That's I it's a small thing. I really enjoyed the swarms of dead fish. Just because we could have just fought a Wakewyrm. That would have been a totally legit combat on its own. But no, we had 2 swarms of undead fish just nibbling. And it was just a fun addition and like a fun little kind of thing to have to be worried about while we were dealing with everything else.
Yeah, if Julio or Cash had gotten knocked in the water, I imagine it would have been much worse. Bron is a relatively difficult can of sardines to get into. The fish got lucky once and it was enough. And they get advantage if you're injured, thank goodness. Yeah. It's called Blood Frenzy. It's a Quipper thing. Curse all of our aphantasia. I can see things very well in my head. It's just putting that image onto paper is the trick. My favorite me was... if
you're still thinking, I've got something else that I want to
Oh yeah, go on then.
I was like, there's something else I wanted to say, and now I remember. When I had the idea, I was like, I feel bad for blue balling Josh, throwing Havel and Gabby at Eric, and him saying no to both of them.
And then Coral comes along.
One gender, another gender? Like, what do you want from me? So now, Coral,
like
I just thought it would be fun.
a different
for,
homosexual.
Coral being really stern and then like having all these points of weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to you yet. I have things to say. Don't you worry. My favorite me moment. Yeah, I think it has to be going hard on the Coral and Petra thing. I also really enjoy thematically their names being Coral and Petra is Latin for stone. So yeah, that's fun as well because
Nice.
Coral is literally stone made of plants. And so yeah, that's fun as well. But that only just occurred to me now. But yeah, I was like, hell yeah, no, actually this totally works. And yeah, feeds into very easily my favorite Brendan moment, which was proposing that in the first place. But yeah, I was very happy because we both just in real time worked out what that background was and how they felt about each other. Yeah. I really like that sort of just instant collaborative storytelling. Because it was like we didn't do a huge amount of work on the backstory of it, but that's partially because I'm very confident I can trust my players to just do it in the moment and work with me, and yeah, we can just do that. And seeing as we've started flattering Brendan, I think we should probably just continue because yeah, that was a really strong moment of just having the guts to suggest something really interesting that really worked well for Brendan. And really worked well for Coral, and really worked well for the story. Other favorite Brendan moments?
Oh,
Don't fight.
John.
You can all flatter me.
don't do it for Julio, so you go.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in very quickly and say, piloting a fighter for the first time. Like you said, this is your first fighter. And you had like, yeah, that's awesome. You jumped into what, a level 11? 12? Thing? So like, you've got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, you're multi-classing, and you did it very well. I think you were maybe the best out of the people who were next to the fish.
Oh,
By
Coral. Coral did well over half of the total damage. It was Coral and Julio. Bron and Kesh both did a couple of decent hits, about 35 points a hit, 35 points apiece. But yes, it was Coral and Julio were, and it was mainly Coral. Julio every now and again, boom, walks away. But yeah,
Rogues are burst, and like fighters are consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Paladins, just the ability to just say, and now I do an extra 25 points of damage. Boop.
Yeah.
And just
And the
choose to
Cavalier class just accidentally being
synergize very well.
funny to combo with Sentinel.
I understand
like,
why
you
a lot
attack
of
the
people
guy
ban
next to
that.
me? Yeah. You attack the guy next to me, I'll attack you twice. Once now and once later.
Once later, yeah.
I will have to see if we can get you, if Bron or Julio can be your mount.
Wait. Oh, yes. Okay, I understand.
If we can go large. Because then you can protect us, we won't get hit, and you can send on who tries, and then we can hit them.
It will work great with Julio because he can disengage for free. So you're running away, you're riding away on Julio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I was looking through all the other Cavalier stuff and also Mounted Combatant, the feat. And it's like, yeah, if you are mounted and you're attacking something smaller than your mount, then you have advantage. It's like, well, we're fighting a giant fucking dragon. That's not going to help. But,
Unless enlarge reduce.
A giant Bron might. Like, does it say that the mount can't be a guy?
The trick is the dragon is gargantuan.
Okay, unfortunately.
You have to be bigger than that. So you have to be a fucking Tarask.
Well, if we can shrink the dragon
and
make
and
John
grow
Bron large 2 times, then
yeah,
easy, yeah.
yeah.
Other favorite Brendan moments.
It was a little moment, but I really enjoyed your description of Coral going into battle and being so angry she'd become just eerily calm and focused.
Yeah,
it was a nice little character building moment.
Bishop Blood says the scowl at the baby.
Yeah.
Very, very good help. I also really liked it. It's a very small moment, but when the Coral ran off to the church, and then on the way back, she's like, "Okay, I'm not rushing. I'm cool," and she comes in with her bill and cloak. I love that because playing such a like austere character can be very one note. And Brendan finds ways to make them have a little bit of levity and humor, which I really appreciate.
Now is not your time. Your destiny is yet to be fulfilled. Lay on hands. Again, that's a Bishop Blood, but I agree completely. Very good. Very cool. I was like, ooh, law drop! And he doesn't even know the law. Yeah.
I know about 2 sentences more than the rest of the party.
Yeah. Most of it could probably be inferred. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's why I didn't realize that you had sent me the prophecy at first. Because
I was like, I knew that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But that's essentially what the prophecy is. Yeah.
It's really secret, guys. Ooh.
Favorite self?
Yeah, I enjoyed picking up on Petra saying, "Oh, you're Bron. Julio mentioned you in his sleep," and then using that as Coral to tease Julio to bring out a little bit of that playfulness. I enjoyed that. For pretty much the same reasons that Daria said.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. All right, well, I think we need to flatter Bron now, guys. Favorite John moments. And I'm going to make a note of the name of that character that was Gingerly's sister before I forget.
Mysterious.
I mean, the obvious one is becoming not just large, becoming huge and power bombing the fucking Wyrm from the sky. That was crazy. What a crazy thing to see for everyone in this fucking town.
I forgot that. Yeah, thousands of people.
I loved it.
I'm not gonna like. This isn't mine, but I'm gonna point out that John is very good at stacking things. Yeah, you're a very good strategic thinker. You're like, oh, I can do that. Oh, and I can do that on top of that, which would double it. And was very, very cool. My actual favorite John moment, however, would be making the compass. You're particularly the detail of like a lattice of life energy, like a web, and I was just like, I can picture this. Yes. I love that. Very good.
Thank you.
Piggybacking off of the magic stuff and the stacking a little bit, one kind of slight concern that I have about playing Eric is that he has so many spells and so many big spells and big flashy things that I get concerned sometimes about overshadowing the other casters. So that was something that was really nice to see, like not just the enlarged stuff, but also like, oh, I've been pushed into a pool of piranhas. Okay, I'm just gonna fly. You seemed very cool under pressure. And even when you were dying, like I feel like Daria and I were freaking out more than you were. And Josh actually. So yeah, it was I thought it was really fucking cool seeing Bron become the primary caster of the group and do that really effectively.
Hey, he is, yeah, absolutely.
Cool, because I wasn't sure. I felt a little bit like maybe I strayed away a little bit from how Bron is effective, which is to bait people into attacking him and then not being able to be hit, which is not what he did at all. But
that's Coral's job.
Fun.
Yeah,
really cool, and I think it worked.
We actually kind of swapped, because that was something that actually occurred to me as I was building Coral. As we went in the session, I'm like, oh, Bron's kind of like the dodge tank, and I'm just kind of I want to be the tank now because otherwise none of my things work. And like we didn't discuss that in or out of character at all. You just noticed me doing that, and you're like, okay, I'll just do another thing instead. Yeah. So I appreciate that as well.
I mean, having two tanks is not going to necessarily be a bad thing going forward. Too many spells paralysis, I know that all too well. I mean, yeah, we have a party without a single dedicated caster. You have a 9 levels artificer. You have an 11 levels ranger. You've got 6 levels of bard. Is actually, I think, probably the most powerful caster is technically Julio.
Yeah.
And only because
but
Karen
But Bron has a bunch of magic items that can replicate stuff, so that kind of makes up the difference. Kesh is just behind Julio in terms of raw magical power, but that's not a lot. If Kesh had taken a 12th level in Ranger, they'd be on par, which is absurd. What do you do when you don't have a druid around? Coral is... I was like, oh shit, Coral's out of magic. That's right, she's only 6 levels of pally. They aren't particularly magically powerful. It's, a part caster at 6th levels, not huge. And Bishop Blood loves Karen's hair. I'm liking it too, Bish. Any other favorite bronze? Favorite self? Karen?
I haven't done one yet. I really liked Bron being like, I wonder if I could take this extremely dangerous death diamond and make it into a homunculus serpent.
Oh,
Nothing will go wrong.
I'm kind of glad you made it into a compass
instead. Blow up in your face and...
If I get to make it, it literally says in the spellbook that it's friendly to me and my companions. But that might or might not be the case. But, you know...
But
by a stone from the death plane that hates
knowingly
us.
Making it out of a bit of the death plane. Favorite self, John? Or was that it?
Actually really liked the conversation with Julio. Because I've been thinking about that for a while, and I really like Bron's funny because he's very smart in some ways and very dumb in other ways, and it's the juxtaposition is funny. But I have been thinking a long time since those 3 episodes that actually what happened to him could be kind of interesting and tragic and a very like a way to give him depth. And I love that. I love that's spicy. That's fun. And so, I mean, but it's never really come up. And then I just heard it and was like, yeah. I'm gonna throw Daria in the deep end with this. Very sorry about that, but it's going to end up being cool. Which is actually, now that I think about it, the way I played the entire session tonight, just pulled my way through everything, which is not ideal. But look, it does make for a fun story. So yeah, I'm glad that popped up, and now it's part of something we might be doing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm really happy how you like very organically weaved it in, because it's tough to bring something up that the character doesn't remember. So like, how do you do it? And that latch that Petra gave you in terms of like tying Kren into it, that was really, really, really good.
Excellent. Well, that's our favourite moments, guys. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We are going to go away from here and raid somebody else because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. But we've got a couple of options. We've got the Eldorian Tales playing D&D, but we could also go and drop a raid over on Mike Moans. He's a lovely mini painter from Manchester. It's like the lover from Liverpool. So yeah, but before we do that, we need to ask who the absolute heck these people are. And I'm going to put the artwork that Daria recently finished off Kiki back up, so you guys can adore it while we do that. Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan Ellis. I am an actor and director here in Perth, and a shitty little guy, a little piss boy. And I don't know.
Yep.
And
Lovely.
if you're in Perth, and have any interest in LARP, maybe it's something that you have like a passing interest in, but you're concerned about the cost of launching into it, or your availability, or any of the other excuses that Karen and Josh have given me. Which are, to be fair, the same excuses that stopped me from entering into the hobby for like 7 years. On the 9th, it's the second Sunday of every month, so the 9th of February, in Wundy Community Hall, there is an all-day LARP mini convention, basically.
Awesome.
With a whole bunch of different activities and workshops and LARPs that you can get involved in. Lots of roleplay heavy LARPs, a couple of combat heavy LARPs, some just like general combat training. Hey, let's teach you how to shoot a LARP bow with big arrows. So lots of fun stuff. So if you're around and you're interested, then look up LARP West Presents, or look up LARP West, which is our governing body.
Cool. Marvellous. Splendid, thank you very much. Stein, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Guys, I'm just going to put this out there. We are one follower away from our follower goal of 1,050. So I don't know if somebody else was to smash that follow button. Everybody gets inspiration, which they may need. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Karen, sometimes known as the Mother of Bunny. I am a performer, a writer.
Are you deliberately only saying one? Are you deliberately saying Mother of Bunny? Because you've said that twice now.
No, that was a slip of the tongue. Oh, now I'm sad. No.
Because we were fostering until yesterday.
Because I was concerned about making you sad.
Our foster bunny has been possibly adopted. He's technically on a trial period, but yeah. So Sammy's not in the house anymore, and I kind of miss him.
I don't.
Yeah, because he peed on you. He didn't
Twice.
pee on me.
He's a little piss boy.
That's deliberate. It's not a mistake. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely on purpose. He does not like
Nice.
being held, but he only does it on me. Yeah. Sorry, carry on about yourself.
Well, shall we say I'm the mother of bunnies past, present, and future?
Yeah, particularly future, I suspect.
what was I even talking about? Yeah, you can usually find me here on Tuesday and Thursday nights, playing RPG video games and then actual RPGs. You can also listen to me on the podcast There Be Dragons. If you want things to do in Perth, WA right now, the Fringe Festival is also on at the moment. So there's loads of shows and events happening, like all over the city, but mainly in the Northbridge area. Yeah.
Thanks very much,
I'll
Chuck.
be turning up at a few things. So yeah, if you're bored, there's a Fringe Festival on.
Yeah,
and
do that.
It's really nice when people go. I don't have my own show to plug this year, which is weird, but yeah.
Yeah, I would love the weekly dose of There Be Dragons as well, Bishop Blood. As I say, bother Castellan about it. John, who the heck are you?
I twisting the arms. Like, it's not ready. I'm like, it'll never be ready. Just do it.
Stop being... This is how he was when we came to first releasing it in the first place. He's gone back to that. The problem is we're not even recording it anymore because we've got so many episodes in lieu. So I'm not even seeing him on the regular to go like, do it! Just do it! John, who the heck are you?
It literally is. But if you haven't listened to it, the eps that are out are really
very
great.
good.
I listen to them back and have a good old chuckle. So they're a fun time. Just don't expect the next ep anytime soon. Unless, I don't know, Castellan breaks a leg and has to spend,
No,
months.
he won't stop him. He'll work.
Just have to break both his legs. I mean,
Honestly, the temptation has happened more than once. John, who the heck are you?
my name's John. I don't often advise people to break. No, that's not true. I'm a performer. I've known these people for a long, long time. I have been a performer for a long time and traded in my artistic integrity lately for some cold hard cash because I was hungry.
Valid.
So yes, if you are looking for anything to do in Melbourne, you can come talk to me. I probably won't be doing any shows, but you know what? I can talk about DevOps, so that's fun.
I like the implication that the whole time that you've known Josh and Karen, you haven't been eating.
I mean,
No,
That
it's
is
not.
not
It's not
true.
true. Don't you even try. I remember you
Tiny
eating over
story
the
break
sink.
About the time I got up in the morning and John is eating a crumpet with bacon, butter, and maple syrup over the sink because it was
So it doesn't drip.
messy. That
And he
it
didn't
didn't
want to
feel
wash
like
any
using a plate
plates.
with-
Because I told him off for not doing the fucking dishes very often, so he was like, well, then I
I
won't
like-
generate any by eating over the
Guys,
sink.
They
failed
needed a
to see the
second
gap
to
in that
start
logic.
blasting John. They needed a second. They were like, "Oh, this is an inn. Let's ass blast this man into oblivion. Let's go."
well, yes. If it helps to make up for it, I since now eat once a day. So
Again,
maybe they're
because...
related somehow.
Yeah, maybe it's the ADHD that you forget. It's why he's a lot thinner than me, chat.
No,
Maybe
you
she's
know
bored.
what it
Maybe
is?
it's ADHD.
Now it's once a day that John has turned into Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. He has like a giant sandwich.
He
You
unhinges his
joke,
jaw.
but,
Uh,
so the thing that I now know, because I eat once a day, I sometimes forget, and sometimes it's 10 p.m. and I go, oh shit, and I get all my whole day's hungry at once. I now know that a large ultimate double Whopper meal from Hungry Jack's is a day's worth of energy.
Calories,
Just-
yes.
Oh my
You know?
god, that is such a sentence. I love it.
I told my
love
friend who was
everything
a
about
personal
it.
trainer, and he was like, "You're not supposed to eat it all at once. What do you do after that?" And I was like, "Oh, normally I go to bed." He's like, "You're not supposed to sleep after that,
Well, I'm really tired after all those calories.
right?"
Honestly, why can't the human body work that way? Why can't I just eat once a day, enough calories the whole day, and then not have to worry about it for the rest of the day?
Can I do all of my sleeping in one 4-month period? And then be awake for the rest of the year?
Humans are really inefficient machines.
Yeah.
And
You don't know
I
how
think
much I
it's
would
time that we got an upgrade.
Yeah,
Like if I could be a bear and hibernate, oh, that is my dream.
yeah. I mean, I think
Upgrade
bears
me.
actually do also sleep, but yeah.
Upgrade me to the Brendan 360, I reckon.
Daria, who the heck are you?
The BF5.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we were doing.
I'm just waiting
I don't
patiently.
think
We'll get there.
Now I'm the normal one. I'm just a furry porn artist. That's all. Really.
And you lost him
like,
again.
So yeah, I'm an artist. You can commission me for art. That's very fun. Or emotes and such. And I play Julio every Thursday, and it's very fun. Thank you.
And I be Josh the Pirate, guys. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. We are proudly affiliated with a couple of wonderful groups of beans. We are firstly associated with Troll Lord Games, much like Troll Lord Chuck, who was in chat earlier. Troll Lord Games are amazing TTRPG manufacturers from the States. They're the last publishing house of the late, great Gary Gygax, our TTRPG Lord and Savior TM. They even create beautiful, pretty dice, with which I nearly killed Bron. And that one did roll the crits a lot as well. Of the crits that I rolled, one of them came from that one. So you can head on over to trolllord.com to check out all of their wonderful things. They have the Castles and Crusades system. They have Amazing Adventures. That's a different system. Then there's a whole bunch of like more obscure stuff, like Starship Warden maybe. All that cool stuff. Check that stuff out. And we also are affiliated with Wooten Forge. Wooten Forge create some of the world's, possibly even the world's finest handcrafted tabletop accessories, like this fine Jarrah Dice Keeper here, what I rolled in to do all the damage with. The Wooden Forge guys use exclusively recycled wood. It is all artisan quality, handcrafted, beautiful tabletop accessories. Check it out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and I get a cheeky kickback if you do, you bloody champions. You have to buy something for me to get a kickback. I want to be clear. You can't just visit and I get $5 or whatever. That'd be nice. Just to organize 50 friends. They're just like, could you just log in once a day? It'd be amazing. If only. I know, right?
Everyone gets $10 today from it.
Yeah. What else? Sirenscape has been providing the music that is gracing your ear holes. Karen, please tell me about the Ukraine.
The Ukraine. You may have heard there's a war going on. Sadly, it continues. So if you have some spare pennies rattling around your digital wallet, you can feel free to follow the link in chat and donate to the Emergency Action Appeal, which will be supporting Ukrainian refugees.
Thank you very much. Good on you, bloody champions. Alrighty, well, we will go away from here and raid Mike Moans, I think. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Mike where you came from. Show him the love like we always do. And we will see you same bat time, same bat channel on Tuesday night, where Karen and I will be playing Simulacra. And I might be painting a thing. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.